Hello everyone, welcome to another game of Sans Void. Very excited to be here today. We have two new players who are going to be arriving to the rescue in the middle of the fight that we had stopped last game. So,
Yeah.
Oh, I had forgot that fight.
yeah, we were in the middle of a fight, and yeah. So, real quick, before we get started, what Vice and sorry, I forgot your Silver
Call me
King.
Silver.
Yeah. Okay.
Just call me Silver.
Okay. Cool. Silver. You're gonna introduce yourselves. Talk a little bit about yourselves. Everybody's gonna talk real quick about who their characters are, and all of you are supposed to have met each other before, but that was in a previous life before you were resurrected. So your memories might be a little bit wonky. And yeah, before I start, Weiss and Silver, I use the Veils and Line system. Do you know what that system is? It's all right if you don't.
I do not.
Okay, so it's a system that is basically made to make sure everybody's comfortable with the themes and the things that happen in the game. So basically, the veils are things that were okay happening to the characters. We just don't want to go into details describing them. The veils that I usually have are sex and torture. I don't have any particular interest in describing sex scenes. And the lines are things that we just don't want to have in the story at all. So the lines that I usually have are rape and child abuse. Those things are not technically possible in Myriad because everybody is born with full sentience, that there aren't really kids and there's no genitalia. So, but like, yeah, that's the usually I just like to steer clear of those things. Do you have any themes or things that you just don't want to have in the game? So please let us know now before we start. And also, you can add those later down if there's a subject that is disturbing.
I mean, sex
Alright.
cannot happen anyways, right? I mean,
Yeah, not really.
No, I don't have an issue with anything.
Okay, all good.
Can you
Alright.
guys hear me? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, shit. I'm gonna use the old microphone then.
Okay.
What have you done to your hair?
I cut it short, and then I made it orange.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have everybody real quick introduce their characters so that we all know who everybody is. Whisper, do you wanna start?
Yep. Okay, so
That works too.
Oh, sorry. Let's go. So, Whisperer is sort of strange for a Satandra. You see a small black shadow, and you can sort of imagine that he is a Satandra of the House of Shadow, of course, but he only has two eyes, which is surprising. The thing is, because of the resurrection process and how it works, he used to wear a mask in his past life, which only had two eyes, to celebrate the dark vision of the Satandra. And as he was reborn, the mask became his face. So he is this strange creature that only has two eyes and a pair of horns, which are now his face. And as you see him, your sort of perception of things sort of has this thing of he's either a small black form, or he also evokes the idea of a dark forest. That there's this strange double sort of thing that happens when you look at him, that he evokes to you something of the nature, something of a cool night's breeze, but at the same time, he is a Satantra. He is not a forest. But there's this slight confusion that comes when you feel him.
Alright. Fabi, can you tell us about Lux?
Yes, I'm playing Lux. Lux used to be a very comfortable chair in the Library of Light, where he spent most of his days, just conversing with a lot of the books there and with the rest of the furniture. He was never really in like the office, like the primary's office or anything. More like just down in the section where a lot of the books are. It's a weird story how he became to be a Santantra, maybe for another day, but now he's traveling the country as
Lux.
a very as Lux, as a Satantra, and he's quite interested in helping people, and he's very naive, and hasn't seen a lot of the world yet. The image that is currently in the character sheet is not really representative. That was just something I chose before the character came to be really what it is now. So imagine him small and kind of with a round belly, and probably made from like wood or something like this.
All right. Solomon, tell us a bit about Ashram.
Yes, so Ash is he's from the School of Shadows, and he kind of literally he's a rogue, so from the mechanical point, but he really becomes one with the shadows if he wishes so. When he was reborn, he felt that undying loyalty to the master of the darkness, Indolus.
Yeah.
He has whatsoever though no memories of his last life at all. All he knows is that he was reborn with this undying loyalty, which might have reasons. Maybe someone did something, I don't know, but he doesn't know who he really is. Now, there's one person he trusts totally, and that's his teacher. If she knows who and what he was in his former life, maybe she does. But I think at this point she never told him yet, or didn't. Other than that, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Raven, why don't you tell us a bit about Weiss? And also, your character is wearing like a cloth mask, right? That's why we you don't have the typical like 4 eyes face.
Oh yes,
it
he
is a
wears
mask.
Yes, he wears a mask. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're talking about Ash or Vice? Do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like Selenite said, Vice wears a mask. If you look at the bio, I wrote a little thing about the character that would maybe that kind of presents where they come from. So Vice is, from a mechanical point of view, a cleric of the Zeal domain. So it is someone that is very, very fierce, very zealous. Vice has had both. They were a pupil of both the School of Earth and Fire, I think.
Yeah.
So even though they are a very, I would say, the main feeling behind this character is determination, and like they're very determined to protect other people or other myriads. So that is the feeling that really carries the characters.
All right. So both you and Laptis, it was uncertain whether the resurrection process would work correctly because there were less memories available of your characters. So, the attempt to resurrect you was made in a bit more secrecy after the other three got resurrected, but it did work, and you were told they're on a mission. That's the way they were headed, and you after traveling for a few days, you're able to find them fighting creatures of acid. Laptis. Silver, tell us a bit about Laptis.
Okay. You're gonna put him up on the screen. There he is. So, Laptis is probably what everyone would know of him. But a bartender. He enjoys his drinks and enjoys selling them just as much. He's one for words, not for fighting, as much as people know. Even among his friends, he didn't seem to have many that he would go into detail about what he would do on his nightly adventures. One of the things there was a record for is a lot of underhanded deals seem to go up in his tavern, in his pub, and not many people know why. If you were to ask any of the upper echelon or the nobles, they would seem he's a pretty cool dude. Some peasants would say the same. But the reason he looks like this is most of the time, especially around the nights of full moon, he would travel cross continent. And he does not have the best of names in the far out ghettos or silent places where they don't have much travel.
Okay.
Whatever he did, that is up to your imagination. You guys do not know.
So that's why you got like demonic wings and
Yes.
horns as part of your appearance. All
Mhm.
right.
I also have a tail.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I would like both Weiss and Laptes to roll for initiative, please. Also, I'm dragging your tokens onto the map. If you please select your tokens before you roll initiative, because then that will automatically add them to the turn order.
Okay, I'm clearing off my screen.
Oh, that is terrible.
Oh, trust me, I don't have much better. Oh, yeah.
That's good enough for me.
Okay. Cool. So hold on, we're gonna do the descending order. All right. So it's gonna be the acidic's turn. So those two that are up here, like we established, one of them runs forwards and is commanded by Lux to simply stop dead in its tracks, unable to reach melee range, and also blocking the path of the other acidic. So that is it for both of their turns. Yeah, this one is going to let's see. Yeah, it's gonna try to take care of y'all before it moves on to Ashram. So there's gonna be 2 attacks made against Lux and 1 attack against Whisperer.
Damn, I think my spell slots reset. Fuck.
Yeah, I think me too.
My spell slots reset.
Yeah, me too. Fortunately, I think I remember.
Okay, so I said 2 against Lux and 1 against Whisper. Does a 13 hit pass your AC, Lux?
It does not.
Okay, then you're hit for 5 piercing damage from the first attack, and yeah, that's all the damage that they're able to do this turn. You were already infected by the acid bites, the power that they have. That is where you failed the Constitution saving throw, right?
Yes, that might be true, but not just my spell slots reset, also my hit points reset. I just realized. I still had the 5 temporary hit points. I actually still had them also, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think they're not going to reset anymore because his spell is gone.
No,
But
it is renewed.
apart from that, I don't know how many hit points I have.
Okay.
I'm back to max.
That might be a Roll20 update
I
thingy.
I think it's possible that we were at max though, because I don't think we on the bottom were attacked a lot.
Yeah. Ashram, how's your character sheet doing?
I'm still the same as we left it. I'm
Okay.
one HP close to max because I think it was Lux who
Yeah, looks
Yes.
desperately healed me all the time.
Oh yeah, did I heal you twice? Yes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I got my spells under control as well. Sweet. Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool. So yeah, you take 5 piercing damage. Ashram, it is your turn. What do you do?
Indeed. I would actually like to use my action to try something out of the box.
Okay.
I would like to communicate with that crumbled tower.
All right. It is part of the entity Bastion that's
Okay.
Whisperer and Lux were talking to when they got here. So yeah, you reach out
Yeah.
to the entire fort. Bastion, you're feeling, feelings of quiet and restfulness as you come into contact with this mind, and as you engage in conversation, it's going to say, no, I was being very vigilant.
Bastion, you have been created. Your purpose was to protect this place from invaders. That is your purpose in your existence. But right now, invaders have taken root in this place. And we are fighting desperately against them. Bastion, remember your purpose. Remember why you have been created. 2 of those wretched invaders are climbing a crumbled tower. Fulfill your purpose. Help us against the invaders. Let the tower crumble beneath them.
Right. Roll for persuasion, and
Okay.
Bastion is going to let you know that yes, he was created for the purpose of defending the School of Light. Just they're already inside of his walls, so he's uncertain what he could do. But yeah, please. Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. Then, in this case, Bastion is going to communicate. I will do what I can. The ground starts to shake for everyone. Everybody, please make a dexterity 12 saving throw as the ground shakes for everyone. It's difficulty 12, or you are going to be knocked prone. Whisperer falls to the ground.
That was certainly not my intention, but okay.
Oh yeah, I've got to do the acidics as well.
I'm sure this. Right.
Okay. Well, these two acidics fall back down from the top of the tower. And hold on.
It's going to hurt.
Wow, only one of the acidics is still standing.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
No. Thank the game master. Okay, and
God.
they would have. Okay, so both of these took 11 points of damage. So. Minus 11. Alright, here we go. And. Okay. Ashram, is there anything else you would like to?
Yes. Then I would jump off this tower behind it.
Okay. You mean like behind, like
Cover,
on the other side
yes.
of the bridge? You're rappelling down from the bridge.
No, just here. I mean, I stood on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like this jump down behind it,
Alright.
so I have cover. Duck down and stealth
Alright. Go ahead and roll
with my cunning action.
You got it. So you were, you weren't stealthed before.
No.
At the start of this turn, so your attack doesn't have advantage, but yeah, you're able to make the attack. So go ahead and.
Oh, I have no attack. I used my action to communicate.
Oh yeah, you got it. All right.
Yeah.
Leptis, it's your turn.
Hello.
You arrive at the scene and see your fellow protectors in the middle of the fight. What do you do?
My first thought to myself was, I don't know what I did. All I remember is I had a bad reputation, but if just my arrival makes the ground shudder, I'm worried. First thought. Next. So I gather information that they're being attacked, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
Mhm.
Which one seems to be the most threatening to our friends and amigos?
This one was able to land a hit.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it also has multiple wounds. Bashing in nature, you don't know how that happened. None of your friends, most of your friends don't seem to have bashing weapons. But yeah, it is bleeding green acid onto the floor, and that vile liquid is tainting the ground at its feet. What do you do?
I have a dumb idea. Can I walk up, stick my hand into the wound, and use absorb element and blast it right back into it? Absorb element is a reaction cost.
Right. If you put your hand in the acid, it's not going to hurt you. It only counts as an attack when it is its turn.
Yeah, like if I was like to try and put my hand onto the wound where it's leaking,
Yeah.
and absorb the acid and try and blast it back at it.
You'd be able to absorb the acid and be able to lie about the subject, but because it doesn't count as an attack and damage, then you wouldn't be able to blast back the acid. Only when like they do an attack that's based on the elements.
That's upsetting. I was hoping I could mess with it a little bit.
Mhm.
That'd be fun. Let's see. Who looks? So they're all pretty well.
Yep.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So these three are all lined up together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take out a crossbow because apparently I don't have any arrows, and I'm gonna use this on it.
Right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use green flame blade, a blade.
Okay. A melee attack. With your crossbow?
Oh, it's a melee attack. Damn it! I don't have. Do I have daggers? Do I have daggers? Yes, I do. On my dagger,
All right.
I will walk up and slice at this thing. And this is not with advantage. I'm almost certain.
Well, there are two of
Does-
those that are prone, which would have advantage.
I just want to attack this thing. Honestly, it's standing.
Mhm.
Also, when I walk up, I'm going to look around and go, who's using their casting tool? Who's using their focus as a melee weapon? I'm not fixing your shit after this if you broke it.
So yeah, you a 15 hits. You're able to deal. You deal 5 damage to it.
And then what
So-
does how much damage does Green Flame Blade do?
It's your spellcasting ability, which is 4.
Okay.
And the weapons attack normal.
Okay. Yeah.
Also the damage of the weapon attack.
Yeah. So it does plus 4 to the 5, so it's 4 fire damage.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
On a hit, the target suffers all normal effects, and then the free fire can only from the creature equal to your spellcasting. Yeah, so it'd be 4.
Okay, I
Or-
think
no,
I
it
think
won't
the
be
first
4.
creature just takes the dagger damage, and the second
I
one
think so
just
too.
takes the spellcasting ability.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this one takes the damage and
Yeah.
fire, and then the fire leaps to each creature within 5 feet of the next target.
Wouldn't it be 3?
From the target to a different creature. So yeah, it only leaves to a single other creature.
Okay.
All
Sounds good.
right.
So I'll have it leap to this one.
Yeah.
The one right next to it.
You got it. Lux. It is your turn. What do you do?
So right next to Laptis, you see from behind this like way too big round shield with like a mosaic pattern on it. Lux coming up and just saying, "Hey, it's also nice to meet you." And I'm gonna whack the one that's close to me on the ground with my candle holder.
Oops.
All right. So you have
yeah.
advantage because it's on the ground, and a 14 hits. And you put it in a state of it's unable to keep on fighting. It's in a state of what did I call it? Exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
It's not the usual D&D exhaustion, but it is exhaustion. Do you do anything else with your bonus action?
Yeah, I would like to shout around. Is anybody hurt? Or are you guys doing all right now?
Whisper is on the floor going like, I'm doing fantastically.
Wouldn't
Oh.
helping him up. I mean, he can help him up, no? With a bonus action?
He can get up for like half of his movement. So yeah. It's Whisper. It's your turn. So.
So I'm gonna use. You're gonna see Whisperer look at the two creatures that fell down next to him, and then patiently, without rushing, he's gonna get up and slowly slide behind Lux and Lapis. Here, you know, taking the dirt off his hands, and then he's gonna close his arms on his crossbow and fire at the one that's still up.
Right. Give me. Okay, so if you want to disengage without provoking an attack of opportunity from the one that's still alive, you need to use the disengage action.
Oh, I didn't know I was engaged with him. Okay.
Yeah,
So I will take out my rapier then and attack him.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can
Yay.
prone creatures do attack of opportunities?
If
Yes.
they have access to reactions, then yes.
Okay.
And prone only limits your movements. It gives you disadvantage on attack rolls, and it gives advantage on attack rolls to the attacker that are within 5 feet. So you rolled
Yeah.
a 16, which hit, and with 10 piercing damage, you stab the creature. It shrieks horribly, as it yells, all I wanted was to avoid having leaders. Weiss, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to know if like the two creatures that fell down the tower are still able to fight or not.
Yes, they still they in fact look to be the most healthy of your enemies right now.
All right. Telepathically, can I know which ones of you are the most hurt?
You can ask, and
Yeah.
probably Lux.
Yeah.
Good question. I actually don't know. I think the
Lux is the only one who has taken damage at this moment, apart from Ashram's one.
All right. So I would like to ask. I mean, if you say that you're a bit hurt, do you think you're going to be all right?
Okay, I want to send you a mental image of me losing the 5 temporary hit points that I just got from Whisperer earlier.
Oh.
So I'm actually at
Okay.
full hit points. I'm doing well.
All right.
Me too.
You also still are under heroism, so you got 5 new temporary HP at your turn. We
Yeah.
both have it.
Oh, sweet.
At the start of each
All
creature,
right.
you get new
Yeah.
temporary HP.
Great.
All right.
May I know how close those two are between themselves?
Oh yeah, they're right next to each other. They're immediately in range of each other.
All right. You can see me like get I will cast Shadow on the both of them.
Okay. All right.
Hehe.
Right. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, you come from the School of Fire, but your first attack is Shatter. I thought you said
Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, my bad. So Constitution saving throw.
This is just straight force. He's detonating the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of them is going to resist, and the other one is not.
So 3d8 for half. So 7 and 14.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, minus 14, and minus 7. Okay. They are organical creatures. These ones.
All right.
And okay.
With my bonus action, I would like to cast Thunderous Smite.
All right. With a melee weapon attack. You don't have a.
No, it's the first time I hit after casting Thunderous
after
Smite.
casting it.
It's like an enchantment thing on the weapon.
You got it. All right.
Right now I'm wearing my shield and my hand axe, so I just kind of, I would like to get a bit closer to the two that just got shadowed.
All right. You got it. Right. So the on the aesthetics turn, this one is going to get up. These two are going to charge directly into Laptis. By the way, Lux, are you maintaining? Is the command that you gave of not moving still applying to one of them?
That's a good question, but I think it's only for 1 round.
Okay,
Mm.
that makes sense. All right. As they attack, all of them are clamoring
Yeah.
the same emotions at the same time. No gods, no masters, no pricks. Alright, so the first 2 attacks are for Laptis. The next one is for Lux, and the last one is for Whisper. Oh damn, those are some good rolls.
Let's go.
First
Does
you-
a 12 hit Laptis?
No.
All right, so you're good. Lux, you take 3 piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw. And same thing for Whisper. Okay, that is a pass.
Ooh.
And that is also
Yes.
a pass. So you can feel the bitterness of those creatures who have turned their sights away from everyone's goal, the ultimate sentiment. And they're projecting this bitterness into your wounds, trying to inject you with acid to weaken you. But you're both able to reject that bitterness, and you're fine. Ashram, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Question is, what's the passive? So I know, can I roll advantage or disadvantage or not?
The passive perception, you mean?
Yeah.
Their passive perception is 15. So
Okay,
Oh.
they can see me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they can see.
That's a shame. So, normal attack, I guess, on one of those that attacked the girl, this one.
Okay. So yeah, one of these two. We got it. So
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a crossbow attack.
Mm,
All right. 15 hits. All right.
8.
Yeah, you okay, so because in this game you're supposed to, like the fight is supposed to be similar to an argument.
Mm.
What do you feel like responding to them when they respond to what they said? Is there anything in particular?
Yeah, satisfaction.
Alright. So yeah, you're
Ashram feels a deep satisfaction because he bent the bastion to his will.
Mm,
They fell down and now he can snipe them. So
Alright.
he's very satisfied right now.
So yeah, you cock your crossbow and then you hit them with your cockiness. Excellent.
Basically.
Lapis, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Ashram,
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah.
Ashram, if you want to use your bonus action to stealth again, go ahead.
Yes, he goes back and yeah.
And Lactis, it is your turn.
I hope I roll high on the 15.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice, your
A
stealth.
bit higher than 15.
I take
A bit,
the
a bit.
Yeah, that's slightly enough.
I take the dagger out and just like clean it off. And I look over the creatures. You say no master, but are you not the master of your own life? And I swing. Because I can't cast a spell there with a melee range. I'll swing again. And the bonus action for the cantrip again.
Alright, you got it. Are you attacking the two that are attacking you, or the two that
Yes,
are...
this one.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you... a 10 does not hit.
And does not hit. That is
So
fine.
yeah, you miss, and so your flame is not able to like depart properly from your blade. The creature moves to the side, and it's just going to say like, that's the point. We want to be our own masters. Lux, it's your turn.
I'm very confused by this conversation, and I'm just thinking to myself, what the hell has the ability to lie to other people has to do anything with like having a master or not? And with that thought, I'm just gonna whack this the guy in front of me who's standing with my candle holder again.
All right. And 3 bludgeoning damage. That is able to put it in a state of exhaustion.
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
There's craziness in my eyes and misunderstanding.
Yeah. Your argument kind of defeats this creature as it finds itself unable to respond to anything. Whisper.
I guess these are the ones that fell constantly to their death.
Yeah, that is the one that kept falling constantly. Yeah.
And Whisperer is gonna hold his rapier and he's gonna basically do a feint and attack by the side, and basically the argument is gonna be something like, by forcing violence onto us, are you not recreating hierarchy? And I'm gonna hit.
Nice.
I need to keep my sheet open. Why do I close it? I know this platform.
19
I
hits.
Just
know
stab it.
And it is an excellent argument. You also put this one in a state of
And
exhaustion.
Whisperer is gonna slash the air to get rid of the acid that's on his blade, and he's gonna look to Laptis and he's gonna say, I think you should worry about those two in front of you. And I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
All right. Yeah, Laptis, you've got inspiration. Weiss, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Alright. I would like to, after enchanting my hand axe, I would like to rush to the closest enemy and try to get him off of my new friend.
All right.
Your traveling companion.
They just say we're friends. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not quite good.
The the creature dodges to the side. Your like it sees the enchantments that's on your weapon. It gets pretty scared of whatever argument you're coming up with and is just going to like scuttle back. Before charging again, and they're gonna keep focusing on.
Oh wait, I'd like to use my bonus action.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah. I will use Priest of Zeal to be able to do another attack with my bonus action.
Alright. Nice. The 19
There we
is going
go.
to hit. Excellent. And so you can trigger the smite as well. Go.
Alright.
So yeah. If you click on the hand axe in the chat, it will.
Oh yeah, I
roll
know.
the
I do
damage.
know that.
Alright, cool. Alright, -5 and -3. What do you say to it?
I say whatever your argument is, get your hands off of my friend.
Nice. It is going.
Just
Mhm.
yeah, it has to make a saving throw.
Nice. With which stat?
I think it's strength. Yeah, strength saving throw.
All right. 16.
Yeah, it passes.
All right. In this case, it is going to listen to what you say and get off of your friend and attack you. And last one is gonna attack Laptis. So, all right, 2 attacks. 9 and 8. They're still clamoring. No gods, no masters, no prinks. But yeah, they seem to be doing so a little bit quieter now that they're the only two that are still in the fight. Hashram.
Right back.
Rinse and repeat.
Alright.
Shoots a crossbow, shoots me instead. Ah, my leg!
So yeah. Ooh. You do have advantage. A 14 does hit for a piercing,
God.
and you can do the. Which one of the two are you attacking? Because it can kill both of them. But okay. In this case, yeah, you've put this one in a state of exhaustion.
And yes, he says, your words mean nothing. All you say, agents of acid, is falsehood.
Nice.
You will fail. And yes, that hits pretty hard, I think.
Alright. And yeah, it does fail.
Yeah. And back And
Back to the shadows.
yeah.
Alright. It
no.
is going to keep track of you.
Mm.
Yeah. Laptis, it is your turn.
On the roll to just make sure I hit first before I do this.
15 hits. And
Okay, cool. So my idea is, so I'm gonna look to the creature. I'm going to like, since we're like close, I'm gonna take a step. And I'm like, your statements are just refuting the same things I have said. You are the master of your own world. I understand you don't want someone above you, and I agree. This world without lies and subterfuge could be a peaceful one, but this one's a bit more interesting, if you ask me. And I stab into the dagger, and I sit down on it, and I like pat on the head. Your ideas, while maybe true in your vision, mine see a different light. The truth lies somewhere in between.
nice. Alright, it still has 1 HP.
It takes flame damage because of my green flame blade.
Gotcha.
Bonus action.
I thought that
damage.
jumped to a different creature.
Yes.
It takes and then jumps. I
Uh,
can make it hit a second target.
But no one is alive. Everyone is dead.
It still takes the initial damage
Okay.
from green flame. Like I can bring it back up real quick.
Yeah. I just didn't see it say that it ticked on the first hit.
It goes brand new weapon attack, normal effect, and you can cause a green flame leap from target to a different target. Oh wait, maybe?
Yeah, no, it
The
doesn't.
second target takes. Okay, cool.
It doesn't. tick.
Dang, that's
It'll-
upsetting. Oh well,
It allows you to attack 2 different.
that feels
creatures.
weird.
Hmm?
But okay, that feels weird, but okay.
Yeah.
I think it gets better, and I think it like what it says is that at fifth level it hits both the one you hit.
Melee
and the other one.
does.
Yeah.
one,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happens. It's like booming blade. The first hit doesn't
Gotcha.
do thunder damage.
Yeah, till
first
till
levels.
level. Yeah, till level 5. At level 5, I get it.
Yeah, we'll get there pretty soon. Lux.
Yeah, in that case, I will just look to Leptis and kind of silently agree with what he just said. Take out the iron ball that I'm carrying with me that's representing the star that I'm worshipping, and a little bit of the fusion energy from it is going to shoot towards it, the weird creature, in form of a sacred flame.
Nice.
You're
For-
the one.
Yes, to make a saving throw, I think.
Alright.
You
don't
were
know
the
which
run.
one.
Well, that's enough damage. I think. There's 1 HP left.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Try me.
Lapis sitting on top of it prevents it from running. You cannot escape our logic.
And light is the school of logic, so yeah, that is pretty on point. All right, you've defeated all of the enemies that were here. They're all in like stunned and unable to do anything right now. And yeah, you've been able to save Ashram, who seemed to be their prime target. What would you like to do now?
Why are they always so bitter? Like they really fight almost to the death, like to the last person. I don't understand that. Hey guys, who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, nice save. Glad you were here. Who are you?
problem.
Have I seen one of you before?
I think we may have seen each other before.
That's
I think I will let my new friend introduce us.
Well, I'll introduce them first. This is Weiss. And for me, I am Laptis. Laptis revoked.
Hmm.
Nice
Do
to meet
we
you
remember
guys.
them? Do we remember them in any way? Classes.
You're gonna have like vague memories of each other. Yeah, you're at least able to recognize those names as the names of those who served alongside you, and there's like apart from resurrection, no two beings can have the same name in this setting. So, yeah.
I seem to remember you. Laptis. I don't remember much. I remember you have a bad reputation. Is this true?
I run a tavern of sorts.
Oh, that's true. Well,
Might
maybe I will remember more of you in the future.
I've been to a tavern once. It was
Yeah,
a really strange experience, I have to say.
And there was a fight in it, which is very taverny.
Ashram, do you stay stealthed?
No, battle's over.
And how are you gonna get down?
There's a door. There's a door on this side that's and a staircase that leads down there. So he's able to rejoin with all of you.
My question is, did that collapse when the whole place shook?
No.
Oh boy.
Bastion is an enduring bastard. So yeah,
Well, in that case, I guess he comes down the door, and
You're from behind, correct? Like behind us?
Oh, he appears coming around from this side of the wall, and yeah.
I walk here, so
I cannot. Like, I have my wings curled up on the back, but like I cannot hide them. They're huge.
Nice.
So,
well, I start to shatter them.
Okay. You don't
going
mean
to
the
ask
wings.
about
You mean the acidics, right?
no, I
Yeah.
mean my wings.
No, not you. Ashram said he starts to shatter them right after you talked about your wings.
Yeah, I was like, wait, okay, so I did hear shatter.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, is he shattering my wings?
No.
No,
I'm going to shatter them.
Yeah.
I shattered the.
You go to each of the acidics and break them apart into smaller components. You see that most of them are creatures of earth. They split into plants and precious stones, all of which have something kind of wrong looking about them. Each of the precious stones has a strange green glow emanating from it, and each of the plants looks sickly in an unnatural way. Yeah.
And is this? I mean, is it they're poisonous, right?
They have acid, but they're not. Yeah, but they're not necessarily poisonous.
Can I gather some acid in one of my vials with my poisonous kit?
If you want, you can take one of the creatures. You don't know which ones of the shattered would still have acid, but you can make some pretty educated guess. Make a nature roll.
Right now they're in a they have to do everything I say. So I hold a vial there and say, spit your poison right in here, please.
Okay. The vial is very probably going to protest to being corrupted by acid.
Question, Simon.
Yeah.
Really?
The acid that we are getting sprayed on by these monsters, is this the elemental kind of acid, or is this like a poisonous liquid that it's also acidic, you know?
It counts as it usually counts as elemental damage.
Okay.
But yeah, those creatures didn't have like elemental damage based attacks, so they were just
okay. So this
fighting.
is not like a venomous bite from a snake or something. This is them trying to infect us with the element of acid.
Yeah.
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 Okay, I see. That's why it's not wanting to. That's why the glass is protesting. I was
Um,
like,
by the way, Ashram,
Yeah.
you do have this wound that looks like it's kind of festering already. This bite from one of those creatures.
I think 2 people had those.
I
I
think
have also one.
Lux had one as well who failed the check. So yeah.
Mm,
I have an idea. Who got bit?
I think I got bit. Look, my arm. And I pull back my sleeve.
I got
I'm
bit.
going-
Look.
I'm
Yeah,
going
ow.
to walk. I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna put my hand out and touch it. And I want to see if I can absorb the the venom, the acid, out of the
Mhm.
out of the wound.
It's more it works more of a like a curse right now. So oh yeah, no, it counts as a disease action.
Gotcha. Yeah, so
So-
I cannot get rid of that through absorb elements because it's acid, cold, lightning, fire, or thunder.
So do I have to
May I?
convince the vial now, or what?
Sorry, what?
Do I have to convince the vial, or can it do anything against it at all?
The vial is going to say, hey, why don't you take one of the plants that looks like it's corrupted by acid, and I'll keep it safe, but I'm not letting it just give me its acid. Put the plant inside of me. Just don't make it spit acid at me.
Well, if that has the same result, I guess I can do that.
Ashram, please be nice to the vial.
Yeah. So, Ashram, you now have one vial that is containing this green glowing frog that you picked up from the previous acidic creature that you defeated,
Yes.
and another one with a little acidic plants.
A nice collection you're starting there.
So wait, do I see? So we see him, right?
Yeah.
I walk up and pat him on the shoulder. Do you have a third vial? I might be able to get a sample.
I have unlimited vials. I have a herbalism kit and a poisonous kit. I have plenty of vials on me, yeah.
May I borrow one or two?
5 gold.
You're getting one for yourself anyway.
Oh, so
Paying me
this
for
is
a
how it
favor I'm
works.
doing for you.
Oh, you want a favor, okay. Well, I take it.
I'm doing something for you. Yeah.
Sure. I take that favor.
And I just hold out my hand for the vial.
There
Or
is your
two,
vial.
if he wants to give me two.
Who
Cool.
wants another? What? So yes, I give him the vial.
Okay.
And someone else wants a vial too.
Can I have a vial?
Oh, I was going to try and do something, real quick.
Mhm.
I look to, so we can talk to the vials, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So I look to them and I go, "Are you so opposed of the properties that this maintain?" And I just hint towards the liquid.
Sorry, can you say that again? I didn't quite hear what you said.
Are you so opposed to the component of the properties that this liquid may contain?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I see. But yet you were made to handle liquids of this sort and alcoholic properties and so on. There's a bunch of vials that have contained acid in the past.
So, yeah. Specifically, so yeah, if it's going to say, yeah, if you pick up one of the entities that shattered, that is a puddle of acid, just a puddle, I can handle that. It can contain another entity inside of itself, but if it just takes if it's not containing an entity, then it has to be taking in a bond, which would be like taking acid into itself and becoming a liar as well. So yeah, like there's a puddle of acid. It can definitely contain this.
Okay, so it's willing to contain the puddle of acid.
Yeah. Just not take the bond inside of its own being.
Yeah, no, I was wondering if it would allow it to hold the acid inside, not form a bond just because it's a vial. It has that storage component.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go and do that.
All right. Yeah.
And with my bartender expertise, I'll try and make sure there's nothing else inside, because I do have that.
All right. Yeah. You like you command this puddle, and it just gets all of its essence inside of your vial.
I have a question. If I have a memory of something that is happening, can I share that memory with others later on?
A memory of so yeah,
Is that possible?
You are able to invite other creatures inside of your memories.
Okay.
To visit it, but they can be affected by those memories. So if it's the memory of like a terrible fire, you might not want to bring your friends in there.
No, okay, yeah, perfect. And because remember I have that deal with the Mushroom King thingy, and one of them, before I shatter them in a special way, basically. So I take out the assassin's blood, and I tell him to drink it, and he's doing it because he's doing everything I say, and then I watch very meticulously to look at every detail, what happens to his body, what happens to his, and watch him getting brutally killed by that poison and the effect it has on his body. Because it seems that's what the Mushroom King wanted, I think. Wanted
so yeah, you do use the desire to kill the poison that you got from those mushrooms, and the poison is basically like gonna do extra damage, which at this point, like basically you give it to one of the plants and it is going to shatter into basically like grains of sand and also glowing green grains of acid, as after the plant just like shrivels and dies.
Yeah, and I make sure to remember or to look at every detail of it, so the Mushroom King gets off of this memory if he sees it, basically.
Nice. By the way, the precious gems and other precious materials that fell from your defeated enemies add up to 70 gold pieces and 730 silver pieces.
Oh.
I need some of the gems myself in order to infuse items.
Yeah, you guys can have that money. I think I don't really know what to do with that. Like,
I mean, you always.
maybe I will ask you guys if I need some, if that's okay.
Yeah, I just need the gems themselves in order to infuse. That's how infusion works.
So the way that money works essentially in this setting is that they're called like particles. Usually they will be basically like the barest of components. It's technically like all it has on its character sheet is a single bond at like an intensity of 1, and it doesn't even have its own name. It makes that bond with whoever is holding it, and you can just trade these and use them and use those entities to trade and barter. So yeah, that's like what's used as money. it's not necessarily, you know, like precious gems and stuff like this, but for the purpose of it's D&D, I'm describing those particles as being like, you know,
Gold and silver money.
yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Well, GP, gold particles.
Nice.
That's
At some point,
So yeah,
I
nice that we meet again finally, even though I cannot really remember what happened to us before, but we just came into this little fortress here to have a look around at the architecture and stuff. I read a lot about it in a book once, but I cannot remember anything.
I assume I did not look at anything like this, and I just stretch out my wings
Oh,
in my previous life, and then just retract them back.
That's crazy, man. Can you fly?
I take them out. Anyone would like to go for a ride?
Fuck
Oh.
yeah!
Show off.
I will really
I'll pick you
awkwardly clamp to your back.
Okay.
no, that doesn't work.
What
No?
You cannot ride a medium creature. No, you're medium yourself.
But I'm small. I'm a halfling. No, I know I'm still medium actually.
Yeah. I could try and hold you.
What is
And,
what is your
It does not say.
carrying capacity?
Am I carrying capacity? Oh god, that's going to be interesting. Where do I
Yeah,
find that?
I tend not to use the encumbrance thing, but
I know. I'm trying to figure out what my carrying capacity is. It is what times my strength? 10?
strength times 15.
Strength times 15? Okay, let me pull out my phone real quick.
Oh god, yeah.
It's not a lot. Really good. My carrying capacity is 120.
Pounds? Kilograms?
Yes, pounds.
I
So
don't even know how many kilograms that is.
How much does a halfling weigh?
I guess around 70 kilograms.
They,
I don't know.
There's a lot of
pounds?
doing
Okay, yeah,
powers.
you're able to lift Lux with you. While you're doing this, you're not gonna be able to do much more than just fly around. But yeah, you expand your wings, and with like 2 beats, the two of you are high up in the sky.
Oh!
So we
I
know.
once read this story about this guy. He built his own wings, like from feathers, but he flew too close to the sun and then he fell all the way down.
wasn't his, which is the moment he gets to that part, I'm like, I remember this, and then I just dive real quick.
I'm just
For, like-
continuing to tell the details of the story while we're going closer to
I'm
the
just
ground.
imagining like when we dive, I'm diving through clouds, so like just there was a hole.
Yes, and-
The book, the story referred to is Icarus, correct?
I think so, yes, if I remember.
That seems like a stupid story. Where is the tension? Where is the like? It's about a
It's-
guy who he creates wings and then he falls.
No. Yeah, that's just the climax of the story. There's a lot more happening before it. He has like a dad, and they're like both inventors or something, and they somehow ended up in this like labyrinth, but not like the one that we've been into, but like and I just continue and it never stops.
So Lux, are you yelling this conversation from like the
Yeah.
from above your head?
Yeah.
Right.
And
what-
during this time, I'm sorry, I would like, while they're busy flying around and talking with me, I'm gonna slowly herd all the little pieces of the shattered creatures,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna sit and kneel in front of them, as if they were a tiny audience. And I will just start telling our tale, and where we come from, and why we are here, and why we fought against them. And once I've sort of done the cliff notes of our adventure so far, I'm going to basically ask them all. So, friends, who amongst you has the bond with the memories of where you came from. And I'm gonna watch if some of them respond.
Yeah. One of the particles is it's a particle of Earth. So it doesn't seem to be to have any corruption inside of it. It's going to answer by saying, "I had that bond when I was shattered into a simple thing. The only bond I could have is the bond with whoever is carrying me anymore. So those memories faded. They're not accessible anymore because I'm a different entity."
I see. Well then, friends, if you do not have some particular information that you wish to relate to me, I wish you a happy life.
They're still all in a state of exhaustion. So the ones that you don't take with you as money are just they hear you wishing them a happy life, and they just do not respond to that.
Yeah, and I'll leave them there. Well, no more clues on where the assets came from, friends. This is turning out to be quite a difficult task to track them down.
I have a good idea. Maybe next time we are fighting some of these goons, we can catch one of them before they die.
Perhaps.
Speaking of acid, Lux, can you reach into my pocket and we can fly by and we can drop him off the 2 vials I have? I forgot to do that before taking off.
I'll try my best.
Drop your vials?
Yes, he gave me 2 vials so I could get the acid, and I never returned them yet.
Oh, right.
So we were doing a flyby.
Oi, Ashram!
I
Catch
gave you
this.
one. I gave you 1 vial.
Oh, you give me 1 vial? Well, then it's 1 vial.
So you throw a vial with acid at me.
No, I'm gonna drop it in your hands.
Yeah,
From
I'm going to fly
5
over, and he's going to drop it.
like
No roll for it?
this.
Yeah. I want Laptis to roll athletics and Lux to roll a dexterity.
Oh, this is not going well.
A dexterity roll.
I have a -1 to athletics. Let's go, boys.
And then he's gonna yell, "Do not drop it! That would be terrible to drop it." And I'm gonna use cutting words on Laptis.
I rolled a crit.
Wait. Oh, wait, I have inspiration!
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll an inspiration against you.
Well, you're rolling inspiration against me, so I drop the halfling on top of him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, what's your what's your inspiration die?
It's D6.
3.
So you get -2.
Yeah.
So I have a 3.
So Lux, as you're coming in hot, you're able to perfectly toss the vial into Ashram's hand, who catches it deftly. But as this is happening, you feel Laptis is trying to correct the downward trajectory, and he seems to have overestimated his flying capacity, and he's gonna crash if he doesn't drop you. So he just lets go of you.
That's totally fun.
Please make a second acrobatics check to see if you land nicely.
Of course I do.
Okay, so
Can I give him the help action?
are you trying to rush in to try to stop him from falling?
Well, I would try to help him not to fall hard on the ground.
Okay. Yeah,
Catch him.
You are within 5 feet of him when you're providing the help
Yeah.
action. So yeah, you're able to do it. You're able to catch him just before he slams into the ground. The Bastion is going to let you know we creatures of Earth have been taught that to defend against attackers, anything that's coming towards us at fast speeds is obviously an attacker. So I will damage anyone who falls on me.
I'm
I
literally
agree.
just a chair.
Don't say that about yourself. You're so much more than a chair. You've grown
It's
up.
cherry on bombardment.
Now, so Bastion is going to keep going and say, there's the acidics. They were here trying to get to an entity that's been hiding in the bowels of my caves of my dungeon for a little bit. She's asking to speak to all of you. Her name is Nova.
Oh,
Let's do that, I guess.
Hmm?
I would like to know something.
Mhm.
Did we appear in the shadow room, the room of shadows?
In the beginning, yeah.
You
Yeah,
when you were resurrected.
yeah,
yeah,
and then
you,
Laptis and I.
yeah, you appeared in the mausoleum of resurrection. Yes.
All right. So, what exactly do we know about like why are we in this bastion?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I mean, we know that they were here and maybe they were fighting, so we came to help. But what exactly are you guys doing here?
Yeah. What is the plot? So basically, two entities called Phobos and Deimos. They're titans of Earth that were corrupted in a long time ago by acid. Legend says that they were kicked off of the planet by Stantra himself. And right now, both of them are being drawn back by somebody who's casting a very intense spell. Only 7 people in the world could cast this spell. It's the leaders of the respective schools and Prince Azelis. Those are the only 7 people that are known to have this strength. And so you are traveling to Myriad, traveling to Mirror, the capital of light, where there's going to be a meeting with all of the world leaders, and your task as protectors is to go there and try to find out who's going to try to destroy the world.
Yeah,
and we are currently traveling there, and on the way there we walked past this bastion.
Okay.
And then the reason we went in is because Ashram knows something about this place that we don't know, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just naively trotting along because I like the architecture.
All right. That was just the last part I didn't know. Thank you. Yeah. So we shall talk with this Nomo person.
All right. As
Like I'm skidding to the ground.
As your characters head downstairs.
Oh, by the way, right quick, I will ask Laptis when he lands. I will just ask, pardon me, but are you of the Church of Wind? Like, from what school are you?
I learned from a bit. The school I was chosen for, though, champion-wise, would be the water.
Oh, because usually it's the windy ones who got wings. Funny story.
Funny story indeed.
Yeah.
You have seen, I think, Noctis having giant wings despite belonging to the School of Shadows.
Oh, true.
So it is not a universal thing, but yeah. Okay, so you arrive inside of this chamber that with a red glow to it. Around you see multiple contraptions, all of them with feelings of darkness, and you can feel the desire to hurt and to maim coming from a lot of those things. This is a torture chamber. As you enter this place guided by Bastion, you're going to hear, you're going to feel the emotions of Noma coming from above your heads. She is inside this metal ball, and she is going to lean close to the bars and talking to all of you. She's going to say, "Such terrible moment to meet with all of you again. Look at you, trapped behind those bars."
Yeah, that is a problem to be locked behind bars, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Your movement is restricted, and you couldn't possibly ever be in the same space as I.
Well, you do have a portal, by the way. Hello.
Yes.
And hello, portal, wherever he is.
It only brings me into shadowy places as long as the light is on here. Well, I won't be able to get you out of your predicament.
And do you feel like you're living a good life there on the other side of these bars?
As best I can.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
what's in for us?
I have a couple of nightmares for the five of you. It's come to
Sounds
me.
great.
It's come to my attention that you're investigating some suspicious people. I took the liberty of talking with the shadows, and I asked them what nightmares they would bring to what nightmares the shadows would bring to the leaders of this world, the leaders of each school and Prince as it is. The shadows gave me those nightmares to be. It's, if you wish, you can visit them. Entering through my portal, you'll be able to see the worst fears of those whose loyalty you're trying to deter.
Well, that sounds very, very useful to me.
Of course.
I'm wondering how you know of what we are doing. That sounds strange.
Well,
Yeah.
words.
What's your
do
name?
travel.
Do we know your name? I'm Lux. Hi.
I am Noma. So Noma is one of the more famous. You can make a history check to see if you remember much about her. But yeah, if you don't pass like a 10, yeah, no, you don't recall her.
I'm just gonna see if I know them at all. Like if I know, if I roll high, it's gonna be a little bit. But
Where is she?
Oh yeah, 20. Nice. So yeah, she's in that cage up here.
word seems to pass my tavern a good bit.
So Laptis, you know Noma to be this sort of boogeyman figure. She's used to terrorize, younger creatures or with tails. It is said that she's able to infiltrate dreams and nightmares, and that she makes them worse, basically. So, yeah. Us and lots of people swear they've come into contact with her while they were alone, completely alone in a shadow chamber and meditating and hallucinating, and she just appeared out of nowhere and terrorized them. So yeah,
Good.
she is the master. She's one of the masters of the School of Shadows. She's the ambassador to maybe the School of Air. I need to check real quick. That is.
And I guess Asher knows
Yeah.
exactly who she is.
Yeah, I'm guessing so do I.
Numa, blah 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 blah. Time to. Yeah, she also has the reputation to be incoherent and mad. It does
quite
not
agree.
say which element she is tied to, but I can determine it based on all of the other ones. Noctis is fire and is the ambassador to fire. Shade is the ambassador to light. Tenebrae is the ambassador to water. Xenifer is earth, which leaves us with air. Yeah. Noma is the ambassador to the School of Air.
So I would have contact with her every now and then. Is it common to come across people if you're studying under those elements?
Sorry, is it common to
Come across ambassadors?
Well, the characters already have met two, but they were in the capital. So, there's only like 5 of them for each school. So they're supposed to be pretty rare and pretty important. Like they're supposed to be some of the strongest characters of the setting, apart from the leaders of their respective schools. Although not all of them are very good at fighting.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you see Noma starting to swing her legs, and it makes the ball that she's inside of swing back and forth. You
Can I
have
go
to
up the
understand, though, the things that terrify entities as important and as connected and resilient as the masters of the different schools, where those things are going to be dangerous. So go into those memories at your own peril.
Can memories hurt you when you are in them?
Yes, and so can and these are not even memories; they're nightmares that will have not been had yet. By the way, when you enter them, whoever is having those dreams, well, they'll be able to know you infiltrated in their nightmares. Some of them might not like it, but you are on an important mission.
Ashram would go up there.
I would go up there too. Anyone want to ride? I can easily get us up there.
No thanks.
The cage is away from the ledge, I'm assuming, just from.
Yep.
It's just not in picture base, so I could fly us up to her. Whoever wants to hop on, like the small dude.
Sorry, I have trouble hearing what you're saying.
I can fly someone up with me if they need me to.
There's a staircase like right here.
Yes,
How
but if you want to go face to face,
And then I would use my rope with grappling hook to throw it on the cage and to
Or
drag the
pulling it
cage
down.
to the ledge.
Oh,
there you
I run up the stairs.
go. I will walk at my own leisurely pace.
And
Same.
then basically bind the rope on the ceiling, I guess, so the cage is at the ledge, and then use my thief tools to open it. I'll try to.
I can help with that.
All right.
That doesn't sound very respectful.
Make a.
I am proficient.
make a lockpicking check, please.
Yeah. Who's helping me?
Me,
Okay.
Laptis.
Okay.
I have proficiency and I do have them.
Very good. So do I. Then you can indeed give me help. Which is very good.
So I think that turns into advantage.
Yep.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah, a 19. You pick the lock, open this small part of the cage, and Noma is going to say very happily, you're free. You're the cage no longer holds you. Come, join me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I thought we are supposed to jump into those memories.
Oh yes, I've got them right here. She reaches into her pockets and draws out of it this black portal that looks to be made out of just ink. It's large enough for one medium creature to step through at a time. And she said, "All right, which one do you want to visit first?"
Ooh.
Who's the water one again?
Hmm?
Who's the water one again?
The water one, Queen in Aqualia. She inherited the throne. All of the masters of the School of Water inherit the throne from like their parents. Same thing with the positions of the ambassadors. It's yeah. Beauty is supposed to be one of the like biggest qualities in the School of Water for a ruler, but Queen in Aqualia is never shows up in public without a crystal mask that hides her features. Sintantras judge beauty basically by like the eyes mostly. So yeah, that's the mask that she wears. Kind of like, you know, when you watch something through a crystal or through a diamond, it's like distorted. So it makes it hard to tell.
You.
Yeah.
That makes me curious at what I would be rated in this world, because I look very strange.
It's kind of up to you to decide if you want your character to be pretty or not. It's in the lore, Queen in Aqualia is kind of the only person who's mentioned to have like self image issues. Okay. So yeah.
Because I was just wondering, because I wasn't sure if I heard properly. But I do have connections with two people. You know, you remember who those two are?
Come again?
Do you know? Do you remember who we discussed about me possibly coming in contact with?
Alcohol, right?
Alcohol and Abulus, yes.
Yes, alcohol and Ebulus. Yeah. Ebulus would be your would have been your teacher in the School of Water.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's also one of the ambassadors.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was trying to make sure. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No.
I will.
Well, as soon as she's free,
Yeah.
She
ask
She-
him
she's mad.
above his head.
Noma does not leave the cage.
I will.
Well, I mean, she's free. The cage is open, so. And he would say, "It's good to see you, Mistress Noma."
Oh,
It is, yes. You came very quickly. They wanted to break into my they wanted to break out of the cell that they were held in, the acidics, but when they heard you were coming, they thought they'd pressure me into coming into their cage.
They have been shattered.
Well, now when I haunt their dreams for their terrible actions, I'll have more of them to visit.
Exquisite.
So,
Well,
Alright.
friends, you mentioned Queen Inequalia? We could always visit her first. I mean, we don't have
Fascinating
to be
that
quick
you're
about
so. Are you suspicious about her, Laptis?
It's better to have doubts about your own than doubts about people you don't know yet.
Seems to me like a very interesting way to see the world. I agree.
right.
If you want to
Um,
keep someone close, you better have your doubts. Otherwise, you don't know what might happen.
Mhm.
They are, after all, close.
Noma waves her hand, and you can all see that the shadows of the portal start to reflect a scene uh, 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 different from like the where you are, and you're able to see this underwater uh, banquet hall with multiple Cetantras dancing and enjoying themselves. Yeah.
Well, perhaps we've surreptitiously perhaps we've chosen one of the less dangerous ones then. Friend
I
Portal?
don't know how less dangerous you think breathing underwater is.
Oh, I don't know, but a banquet seems more amenable than, say, a terrible landscape of wolves and trees and death and pointy things. But
I
that's
love.
just me.
Is she here? Is the queen here, visible? In the nightmare.
Well, it's not her nightmare yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna bow to Portal, friend Portal.
See.
Thank you for your service. May I pass?
Um, Portal is just going to respond. The path is open.
Thank you. Friends? See you in a bit. And I jump into the portal and wait for them on the other side.
I curl my wings up because I cannot retract them inside my body, and they just rest on my back. I walk through.
Alright. So, all of your characters are going to come to this. That's what I'm doing. All of your characters are going to enter this gigantic palace. You seem to be in the capital of the School of Water. What is the capital called again? It is Ocean. Yeah. In So right now you're at the top of the palace that goes all the way like up to the surface. And beneath you, you're able to see the green flame. It's the artifact of the School of Water, where the School of Shadows has the Cathedral of Resurrection. The School of Water has the green flame, and it's basically like thousands of algaes moving around in the currents in the water, and giving the impression of this gigantic bioluminescent flame that reaches from all the way from the seafloor. It is truly a sight to behold. As you come to this place, looking around you, you feel you like you're coming in here, and you see lots of people, lots of the nobles and Cetantras that are gathered here immediately start to watch you with suspicion, and they start to share feelings discreetly with one another. You feel a couple of laughs. You're not certain if it's directed at you specifically, but you some joy and mockery is happening around you.
Arrogant pricks.
Calm down.
I'm trying to get like some dirt from the fight in the fortress off my my armor. Try to look a little bit more presentable.
I'll notice Lux cleaning himself, and I'll wave my hand, and a puff of black smoke will curl around him and
Oh.
clean him. Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Strange tingle.
Double checking. What does the scenery look like again? Are we in like a ball area type of thing? Giant opening?
Yeah, like right in front of you. Like this. I didn't have an underwater ball map, but basically there is a ball being conducted in the spot right here, like in the where the map is. You've got other characters all over the place, just hanging out, dancing, conversing. They all seem to have they all seem to have those like very elegant clothing and like those bright jewels that they're carrying around. All of you kind of like, yeah, you're definitely not dressed for the occasion.
I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I will step ahead of the group. Ladies, gentlemen, tools, stools, and other people. And I take a bow. I may not be the most pleasant to look at, but it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Okay. Roll performance, please.
Okay. I forgot. I apparently closed my sheet. Oh, this is interesting.
When he does this, all throughout his tale, I'm going to cast again Prestidigitation, and around him, moving along with his movement, there's going to be light sparkles. That if you sort of don't necessarily see, but if you concentrate, you can see when he moves in the air, there's a light sparkle effect going on.
Nice.
There it is. Performance,
you're rolling with disadvantage.
Okay.
Even with the sparkles?
Yes.
Come on, sparkly shit.
Alright.
Well, you hurt me.
Yeah, you you finish your talk, and there's kind of a silence that falls onto the court, and then you're very largely ignored. Make a Constitution saving throw as the water the water at your feet starts to freeze. The entire court is being very cold to you, but you're able to shrug off the effects of this thing. Yeah.
Simon, did I understand correctly that we are underwater, right?
No, in this bit, I didn't have an underwater map. In this bit, you're at the very top of the capital ocean that tips above the ocean. But none of you have noses or mouths or lungs, so everybody has like underwater breathing in the setting. It's just
that almost was a double nat 20.
Ashram would look at Laptis, and he would say, "What you seem to misunderstand, we are not in a dream. So nice things should not happen here. We are in a nightmare." So Ashram turns towards the crowd and he would say, "We have been sent by the highest authority. Acid has taken root here in your realm, and we have been sent to root it out by any means necessary. This town is corrupted, and we are going to find out. We will."
Okay. Make an intimidation check, please. and you're at a disadvantage.
At a disadvantage too.
Nah, it's because we're in the nightmare.
But wouldn't that be actually advantage because it's a nightmare? I mean,
You it's it.
Or
I'm giving
invaders.
you a hint as to what the nightmare is.
Yeah, I think I know.
We're not liked. You don't
mm,
want us here.
Yeah. Make a Constitution saving throw as the very air around you starts to chill, and you like you're starting to feel the frost harden on your skin. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to take. You are immobilized, and you take 5 points of cold damage.
Whisperer is gonna look at Lux, and he's gonna bend a little bit to get into the same height as him. He's gonna say very calmly, "Now, watch as what will unfold. The queen will make her appearance. Everybody in the room will ignore her, and this will have catastrophic consequences because you see, water people are very vain, so it wouldn't surprise me one bit that the Queen's nightmare would have something to do with being ignored, with being ridiculed. Just watch." And he goes to the buffet and he starts eating shrimp.
I agree with this
So
statement.
yeah, you the buffet.
how do you
set-
eat without a mouth?
So as I like I was going trying to describe, the buffet is set out with basically creatures that are volunteering to share emotions or memories with whoever needs a refreshment. And so basically, whisper, what you consume from the shrimp, is basically like you get the experience of living a simple life on the ocean floor, and just looking wandering around in those beautiful corals, and this like very pleasant scenery, and that memory
I'm,
is
I'm,
yours now.
I'm going to use a trick that I learned upon my travels, which is a trick called cooking. And I'm going to take some mayo and then put the shrimp in the mayo and create a bond between the shrimp and the mayo. And then I will consume that bond.
Okay.
And it has a composite taste.
You like you get them to know each other, and then you're able to consume the relationship that comes out of it. But yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Uh, uh, as you predicted, Whisperer, it doesn't take much longer. It doesn't take a long time for Queen Aqualia to make her appearance. Like she there's unlike when you appeared, there's a crier who's going to announce her arrival, list all of her titles, and as as he's doing so, there's more and more laughter coming from the court, and you're going to see basically Inequalia wandering into the ballroom, completely naked, and without her like she only has her crystal mask that, as the laughter is echoing around the room, is just going to fall, and the laughter becomes even stronger and stronger. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
I am going to keep my eyes on that mask because I have a feeling it's going to come off. It's a normal. It's a 12.
Yep. All right. And Weiss. Okay. Weiss.
I would like.
Hold on.
I'll double check with you after.
You are immobilized, and you take 6 points of damage. Basically, as the entire floor freezes over from this cold reading.
It's very metaphorical.
I'm so sorry for her.
Why? She's an arrogant bitch. She deserves it.
That's quite a statement to make about somebody you've literally never met.
I mean, I see it.
And there's no limits to your perception, I'm sure.
I mean, the DM just explained how they are, so I'm not
I
blind
agree.
or deaf.
Friends, perhaps we could get a mask back onto her face and get her out of the room? And that would scurry some favor.
Her mask is still on.
Oh, it didn't fall.
No,
That's
no,
why I say I'm watching it, and I am going to do something interesting.
Okay.
I would like to take a platter and set up the shrimp in the form of a rose and walk it to her.
Okay. Roll
A
for
rose.
roll for. I think this
Is it charisma?
another.
Is it persuasion? Is it
It's
it's not
performance
persuasion.
again. It's
Performance.
performance again. And yeah, you're
Is
still,
this with disadvantage? Because it's not
Yes.
towards anyone else.
No, it is with disadvantage. Yes.
Okay, it is. Gotcha. 10.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. As the you like you put the shrimp in this like ornate rose pattern, but they seem to move of their own free will, and by the time you reach the queen, they have actually taken the shape of a turd. And yeah, once again there's a little, the laughter of the court tries to freeze you. You do not take the damage, and
Sure.
you're not immobilized. The two who are immobilized are
Game and cheese.
Wace and Ashwin, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, this was supposed to be a ruse, since I cannot find anything else in this room. But since they do not wish to cooperate, I am at your service, my queen.
She
I know I may not look much like our kind.
She looks at you and says, "What are you doing here? We were supposed to meet in Mirror." And
Things.
you see the edges of the castle start to fade and disappear into this black void as the entire structure of Dream is collapsing.
Well done, Laptis.
Simple as talking to her. Before that, I'm gonna take a tablecloth.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take it,
Mhm.
and like without moving anything, and then I'm gonna fold it, and slowly I'm gonna rise to the queen next to Laptis, and I'm gonna, give it to her to use as a cloak or something.
All right. Roll. It's you're being very dramatic with this.
Yeah.
So roll performance at disadvantage.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation so that throughout the process there's a light breeze that goes through my clothes and the drape.
Charming at disadvantage.
I love that you're doing this. Unfortunately, yeah, it's still disadvantage because
I'm absolutely not doing it for mechanical reasons. I
Mhm.
just think it's funny.
Yeah, it's just like I have the fucking glowing tail, right?
Oh, nice.
17.
17 is sufficient. You go up to her. You wrap this tablecloth around her and bring a little bit of warmth. The laughter seems to subside, and as she looks at you, her thoughts are, her thoughts are hold up, give me just 1 second. Yeah, that's not how this dream usually goes. And you see like like an entire tower of the castle behind her starts to collapse from basically like bits and pieces disappearing as the dream fades away. So yeah, the portal is still exactly in the same place where it was, and 2 of you are immobilized, and it's starting to look like you know, the whole place might come crashing down. So
Go help our friends, Whisper. I have one last thing to say to her.
Yes, sir. And I'll go back.
okay,
And I'll sign to Lux. I'll wave at Lux and go. I'll show him ways, and then I'll show myself, and I'll show. Oh no, we have telepathy.
yeah.
I'm gonna say rescue Wace. I'm gonna rescue Ashram.
All right. So
I forget.
both of you can grant advantage to the strength save that Ashram and Weiss need to do to escape the ice.
And I'm gonna give my last bardic inspiration to Ashram.
All right, you got it.
Oh, he can't use it for that, can he?
For
Yeah,
skill for skill checks and saving throws, yes.
Oh yeah, for saving throws. Okay.
It's a strength saving throw. Laptis, what do you say to your queen?
Is it disadvantage too?
No, advantage.
I want to check to make sure they are a good distance away and are able to make the run because I can fly.
Mhm.
I look to her and I say, no matter where you hide and how much you're afraid of your own appearance and what people think of you, there will always be people who support and love you, even if it's from the shadows. I pat her on the head.
Okay.
And I take off.
Right. You're yeah. Her response, like you get just a few emotions as you head away. You get the feeling that you know, it's against court protocol to pat the queen on the head. But and so you get emotions of kind of surprise coming from her. She was not expecting something like this. Okay, so Laptis, I want you to roll athletics to see because you took a bit more time to basically run as the floor is starting to crumble beneath you and sink into
that's why I'm flying.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Make an athletics check to like there's also like, you know,
Debris
falling.
Would that be acrobatics to dodge?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. All right.
Okay.
And you're doing so with advantage because you're flying.
Oh, okay.
We all say something.
Weiss, could you make a strength save, please? With advantage.
Which condition am I under, please?
You are restrained or immobilized.
So
I think you're
it means I can't use an action.
Let me have a look at the specifics. Immobilized. How do you write immobilize?
IMMOBILZE.
Okay, give me 1 second. I
D.
will find it. Oh yeah, there's no immobilized. So yeah, you are restrained. Your speed is 0. You can't benefit from any bonuses to speed. Your attacks roll against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
People can still drag us.
Hmm?
People can still drag us.
Yes. for the purposes of this, because I said that there was like ice on the ground. They instead of like dragging you out, it was just giving them the option to give you advantage on the strength save. But
All right.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so just give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. Weiss with advantage. Yeah, you're able to break the ice and to start making a run for it. You and the other one who's helping you are going to be fine. Ashram, you have bardic inspiration. Would you like to spend your the bardic inspiration that you just received to boost the strength save? that you-
Already did.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Thanks to this, all of you are going to get through the door on time. Laptis, you are going to have a hold on, just give me 1 second.
Well, I mean, everyone was talking to the queen. Can I talk too? I mean, I'm immobile. I'm not deaf. I'm not. How do you
Yeah.
say?
She's still within range of telepathy as the nightmare is collapsing.
Okay, cool. I say, you deserve every moment of this nightmare. It is apparent to me, everyone, that you are an arrogant bitch. Don't worry. You will have this nightmare again. And
I'm
I
going to
hope
cast Prestidigitation, and then there's going to be a who's the last sound like.
I hope. I mean, you don't know what I tell her.
Clothesline.
I mean, you don't know what I tell her.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought...
you're able to long range whisper in this setting. So yeah,
Don't forget what I said.
No worries.
And I wasn't done yet. So
All right.
don't worry, the nightmare will return. And you will deserve every moment of this.
All right. So Laptis, there's a brick that comes crashing towards you. Unfortunately, I think your AC is higher than 6, so you are able to dodge it and pass through the portal at the last second before the dream just fades out of existence.
Wraps wings around me, gets ready to brace, flies through portal, like parachute my wings out.
Yeah. You come out on the other side and crash into your into the other characters who made it through the portal.
You just see a face planting Lactus go crashing right over the railing. Oh, shit.
Hey, look, you still have the shape of the cage in your face. I'm like, cool.
The shape of the cage?
Guys, aren't we all in the cage again?
No. She opened the portal. She opened the portal like in the on the next to the railing, so
On the
that
railing,
you're
okay.
able to get in there without entering the cage. All of you. She has invited you. She has invited you to come and join her, but
Ashram shrugs and looks to no man. He says, "Some of my companions seem to not understand what a nightmare is."
it's all right. They those are very useful to remind people what is important. Now,
What is a nightmare? Like, I've never read a definition of what a nightmare is. Could be a lot of things.
A nightmare is like a vision where you suffer your worst fears.
Fear is to be unliked, not worthy of someone's attention.
now
That is wrong. You
She's
only
afraid to
master
grow
your
up.
fear if you embrace it. If you fear your fear and avoid it, then you never master it.
So that's why you guys all think that these dreams are useful, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You find their weakness.
So, was there anything in the Queen's nightmare that would suggest she'd be willing to destroy the world?
No. Her,
I
fear,
think
her
that's
fear.
Only if she's humiliated.
Her
Yeah.
fear stems from herself. Her view of herself.
Her insecurity.
All right.
She's not arrogant, I'd say, as you put it earlier.
Mm.
She's fearful of not being accepted.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, all the water folks are pretty arrogant to me.
destroy the world.
Walking around with pompous gems, all of them, and pompous clothes, pompous feasts. They look at us like, like we're not. They look at us from above. That's very arrogant.
Even though
I'm
they're living underwater.
Yeah.
Hmm. You must have a tremendous problem with people from there then, because they literally often watch us from above.
I have a problem with arrogant people.
I assume you have a problem with me then.
Oh,
That's very, what do you say, knowing of you.
So, whose terrors are we visiting now?
Let's go up the line.
Are we gonna visit all of them, guys? Hey, Norma, can we visit all of them?
Yes.
Oh.
Some of the no, I can't guarantee your safety in all of them. If you're able to endure the powerful emotions in all of them, then you should be fine.
I'm a
Considering
little bit afraid of the pranks.
Hmm?
I'm a little bit afraid of the princess memories, guys. That could be quite the horrible experience.
Yes.
By the way, mistress, do you have the knowledge or the possibility to lift the curses?
Curses.
Because two of us have been kind of cursed.
Attacked by creatures of acid, I see.
Indeed.
Well, give me just 1 sec.
I ain't no cleric. I ain't got no cure curse.
me neither.
She's going to say, you weren't injected with enough acid to taint your tear. So, well, there's a couple of plants who can absorb the disease that you have and treat it inside of themselves. Plants that are used to this sort of animosity acid has for the rest of us.
That's fascinating.
I'll,
Do you know what kind of plants they are?
Yes, there's
Yes.
there's some growing nearby. I'll point you to them if you survive those nightmares.
Phew. Super nice of you, Norma.
Please don't repeat that to anybody else. I would hate to lose my reputation. My reputation is everything that I have, and it determines everything I will be when I die.
That sounds a lot like what I've just learned about in Aqualia.
You have much more than that now, man. You know it.
Well,
I don't
who do you
know.
guys think we should check out next? How
I'm
about the evil vizier?
Yeah, I'm
Well-
tremendously curious of what is the greatest fear of the evil vizier in the lesson.
It's just gonna be like unicorns and rainbows.
Exactly.
And like a bright sunshine and green fields.
Very well.
I'm
People like
The portal shifts again and reveals caverns illuminate deep inside of the labyrinth of the night, illuminated by a couple of crystals that project this red rose light. I'm I'm assuming y'all go in there.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would like to say one thing to the group as we're entering.
Mhm.
We are remembered for who we were. That will change with this incarnation of ourselves. Once more will we change names and change forms if we were ever to be resurrected.
If
I never changed my name.
Changing names is
Yeah.
a weird thing to do. You'd have to
Mhm.
lie.
Yeah.
Well, just like I mentioned previously, you met Mycosis, who used to be Mushroom. He got resurrected so poorly that his name was altered.
Oh, well.
Well, I guess if you change a lot in life, maybe you can change your name also.
These are dangerous thoughts, Lux.
Well, he's a dangerous man.
You enter this cavern, not a place that you've ever been before. As you like there's a little bit of light, but there's also a ton of darkness around, darkness that in which you're able to see vivid hallucinations, and some of all of you are going to see all of you are going to be tempted to enter the darkness and lose yourself there, because what you see in the darkness in the labyrinth of shadows is like the perfect life that you'd want to live. Like, you don't have to describe it, but your characters can react to what you're seeing and ask one another what you're able to see in the shadows. Right now, it's not beguiling enough that you need to make any rolls to resist it, but you understand why this place is an excellent prison. You hear echoes of footsteps. A large number of people are coming through here, and you're going to see this procession of members of the School of Shadows, all following Endless, who is wandering around this place, looking around, as if trying to find any landmark. And what do you do?
Oh, he's lost.
Looks like it, eh?
Yeah. Let's follow him.
Sounds like a good idea.
So you you make your way, like you start to follow them. You see a lot of the members of the School of Shadow that are all trying to get Indoles's attention, and some of, like, the more pressing they are, the more Indeles starts to run, jog at first, and then run until he's in a full sprint. All of them seem to be asking him questions. They're asking for directions. They're asking for, you know, guidance. But also, some of them are asking really weird questions, like, "Where were you last week around this time?" And Indoless, the more questions are asked of him, the more sensations of panic are arising from him, as he answers all of them by saying, "I don't know. I don't know."
By the way, did the portal in the other world
The
appear?
portal is staying in the same place. You're heading away from the portal at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, Ashram would go back where the portal was and would sit down because he wouldn't want to intrude into Indoles's nightmare.
All right, you got
I'll
it.
be
He doesn't
right.
care for anything at the moment.
So yeah, Lux, Weiss, and Laptis, you are you're following. You're pretty soon going to realize that there's limited room in those tunnels, and some of those tunnels overlook ravines, but there's a throng of people following Indeles. As you're following yourselves, like you're gonna start to have to make athletics check to push people, or acrobatics check to avoid being pushed off of a ledge or something. But that should give you the opportunity to talk with the Master of the School of Shadows if you so wish. So,
Can I first look around and see what other kinds of people are here? Like the people who are trying to talk to him.
Mhm.
Do they look like they're like from his city and seeking his help, and he can help them or something like this? Or what kind of situation is this?
So you roll for perception, and you have disadvantage because it's dark. All right. Yeah, you're mostly going to see Satantras that are wearing dark robes, indications of the School of Shadows, and other creatures that look misshapen and changed by the resurrection process. You see, like the zombies that you met previously. There's a couple of those going through here.
And they're all asking for the way, or didn't we?
They're asking for very different things. Some of them are asking for to Indeles for guidance as to what they should do with their lives. Others are just asking mundane question like, you know, where did you put your hat, Evil Vizier Indeles? And panicked, he's responding, I don't know.
All right. Interesting.
So yeah, that's gonna be what you're doing. You're not.
Yeah,
you're not following. You're just looking at who is following Indeles.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since it's a nightmare, a dream-like state,
Mhm.
can we morph? Can we create illusion-like stuff, like create a robe around us?
If you have Mastery of Shadow, and in this case that means having a spell that allows you to do illusions, then yes, you'd be able to.
No.
But I think Whisper has one of these, but that's about.
I don't.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'd
me
love
check
to,
my
but I
actions.
don't.
You know, I
Yeah.
have message though. I do have message, which is kind of useless, but it's still fine.
Mm-hmm.
In this
I
world,
would like to turn back and go with Ashram next to the portal.
Okay.
I would like to shoot a question from a distance.
All right. You to Indeles, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of like to match the tone the others are
Mhm.
doing.
Yeah. What do
Who
you want?
have you hurt?
And Indeles, with the telepathy, is going to answer, I don't know. And normally telepathy is not supposed to allow for lies. So it either feels like he's genuine about this, or that he's lying to all of those people about all of those subjects.
Oh, I turned to Lux. Remember how we were told Enderlessy can appear in places but then tell he wasn't there? And how someone suggested that maybe people were misremembering things, memories were lost. Does it mean that Enderlessy has amnesia? Because then he could tell the truth. He wasn't there. He doesn't remember being there. Without the memories, it's not a lie.
Oh, well,
That's an
a lie.
interesting theory.
Now you do know memories are an integral part of one's tier and one's bonds. So The only way you could get amnesia is by giving up those bonds.
I pat Whisper on the shoulder. A lie is
Hmm?
but a lie. If you can trick yourself into believing a lie is true, is it really a lie?
I don't think it is then. I think if you
Also, we
believe it,
don't know if he maybe really doesn't know anything anymore in this dream. Maybe his fear is forgetting everything, losing his knowledge. I mean, this guy is crazy old, right? He was
yeah.
resurrected 2 million times.
Ashram looks to Vice as he comes, and he says, it seems that the nightmare is not falling apart yet. Some of our companions seem to play favorites here.
I expected you to do so.
Well, I don't play favorite, I just don't interfere. I do nothing. I could
I
help
can
her.
understand the feeling.
I could help Idris. I'm compelled to, but I don't because a nightmare is not supposed to be nice. But it
Right.
seems some of our companions really liked the Water Queen and wanted to help her. So yeah, they play favorites.
We are here to
Right.
probe.
I
If
mean,
you wish
I'm
not
talking with
probe-
Vice. You don't hear
Wow.
this conversation.
Fair.
Is it too much to ask to know what you see in these shadows, Ashram?
Home.
A home.
The shadows is like the most beautiful thing there is. Without the shadows, I would feel naked.
I
And
see.
Mistress Noma actually taught me about the shadows, about nightmares, about the power of fear. If there is one person I admire as much as I admire Indolus, yes, it would be my Mistress Noma.
I understand.
I wonder if he forgot literally everything. Like, does he know his name?
Yes, he knows his name and his skills, and that he is super loyal to Indolus. And
No,
of
I
course,
mean not you. Sorry.
No,
I mean
Indolus.
Indolus.
okay.
So I
We
didn't
can
want
ask.
to. Don't get it in the wrong
Yeah.
understanding
Yeah.
hole in your brain.
I think I'm going to try something.
Okay.
Whisperer will go into one, near the precipice and very loudly. Okay, so what I want to do is very loudly, I would like to proclaim to all the people asking questions of Indolesi. If you have any question, come my way, I will answer them. And then when they ask me a question, I want each answer to be done with cutting words. Like I would like to answer each question that is asked to me by using cutting words.
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, as they ask you questions, you're like, you don't know, you damn fool, and just like give them a sermon for not for.
No,
No?
I'm gonna do something more insidious, but yeah, it's the same idea. Is that I'm gonna answer each of their questions in a way that is scary and puts doubt in their minds, and then I'm gonna use the cantrip cutting words for it to do like a bit of psychic damage, and then attempt to make them flee or recoil from the
Or you
answers.
undermine them.
You got it. I would like for you to roll performance first off to get the attention of all of those people. And yeah, by the way, you were off of the computer when I mentioned this, but yeah, the corridors are packed tight with people at this point, and there are crevices still. So the more you try to interact with Indoless and the crowd, the more likely it is you will have to make saving throws to avoid being pushed into one of those
Oh.
crevices and stuff like this.
Okay.
So just letting you know that it's gonna start now.
Oh, I'm not gonna use cutting words. Sorry, I'm gonna use vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery.
Yeah,
that's
one.
the yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay, so
But vicious mockery is not a cantrip.
it is.
It is, yes.
Vicious? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's hideous laughter. That's not a cantrip.
Ah, that's
Thompson, yeah,
laughter,
Thompson.
yeah.
You like
Yeah,
it's easy
yeah.
to confuse them because they sound alike a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 13 is enough that you you get the attention of the crowd. As they ask you questions, they're gonna ask you, what should we do with our lives? One of them is gonna ask you the same question they were asking Indolus. What were you doing around this time last week? What were you doing around this time last week?
And what was I doing? Just for the reference, I was dead.
So yeah, you.
Oh yeah.
You're able to answer their questions, and so, yeah, a lot of them start to be in awe, and they stop following Indolus, and a couple of them are, going to cheer for you, and you feel something on your head as somebody puts the evil vizier Indolus's ceremonial hat on top of your head, and somebody is bringing along this massive cloak that is part of his uniform, and they're kind of like gathering towards you.
Oh god.
Fear of replacement.
Yeah. Damn it. I will
Am I
take
in
the
reach of
crown.
him?
Hmm?
Am I in reach of Whisperer?
You're near Whisper. I don't think you'd be in melee because he said he moved towards the cliff.
Okay, so if it's possible, I would like to move slowly through the crowd, which I can because I'm a halfling. And I would like to grab Whisperer on the side of his leg and cast Enhance Ability on him.
Okay.
And I would like to use Bull Strength, which means that you have advantage on strength checks, and your carrying capacity doubles. And immediately afterwards, I'm gonna try to get back from the crowd and disappear to the back, keeping my concentration from the spell.
So, both Whisper and Lux. Whisper, as the crowd tightens around you, the others in the back are pushing, and you're slowly getting near the edge. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
And Lux, I need you to make the same strength saving throw because you're in the crowd, but you have advantage because you're not the focus of the crowd.
And
So,
Lux, you also have advantage because of
15 is good. You're able to make it.
Whisperer. Fuck. Whisperer, you also have advantage because.
Nice, because I'm terrible at this.
You do.
So yeah, you avoid being pushed back, but you see more and more people are leaving the wake of Indolus and gathering towards you. In fact, you like Indolus, even when nobody's chasing him, is still getting deeper into the tunnels. You're starting to lose sight of him.
Okay.
So,
Can I just take?
Yeah.
Can I just take the crown off and put it on the head of someone else?
Yeah.
And say, "You are the vizier now," and I'm gonna flee.
Okay. Yeah, because you passed your strength save, you're able to like push out of the crowd, and very predictably, yeah, they kind of amass around this other figure. Laptis, you wanted to do something?
No, I'm just wondering, what would happen if we put the Vizier thing on my head while I was hovering, and they just all walk towards me, trying to circle around me while I'm in midair? They just
That would be a good trick.
that'd be a way to get clear out the crowd some. We can't see really because it's very dark, which is why I was wondering if that would work. Just an odd thought that popped through my head.
The crowd has brought some lights along with them, and there's a couple of things that do shine a little bit of light. Like I said, the pink crystals around here. But as the crowd moves away, Laptis, Lux, and Whisper, you've gone a little bit far into the maze. So I'm gonna need one of you to roll for survival, and if the others are helping, with advantage, to find your way back to the portal. If you wish to head back now, but just
I think we should. So, who feels the most comfortable to lead us?
I have a 0 in survival, but we can take a gamble.
I have 1.
I
The
read a
character
lot of
says,
books.
on a scale of 1 to 10, I feel at about a 1 in my capacity to survive.
I mean, I'm saying that in the RP now, I have a 1 in survival.
No, I'm saying, on a scale of 1 to 10, I feel comfortable at about a 1 level.
Listen. I classes love metagaming. It's what I live for, you know. Sometimes I pop up in other people's tabletop games and I make references that I'm not supposed to know. So, as long as it makes the story better, go ahead.
I have little actual knowledge from my previous life. I don't remember almost anything, except for bits and pieces here. On how to survive, I probably could do well with these wings of mine, but other than that,
I feel like Lux has got a good eye for orientation.
Yeah.
I have read some books about orienting in a cave, and we just follow one wall and until we get to the exit again.
Oh.
Okay, so go ahead.
I'm good at getting lost. Not good at finding my way back.
Nice. So yeah, Lux, as the cleric of the domain of light that he is going to guide you through the labyrinth of the night and get you back to the portal.
Yeah, and for the heck of it, I would like to cast the light on my on my little metal ball that I'm carrying with me.
Nice. So yeah, the group is reunited.
Yeah, I think by the time you get back to us, I would be staring at the shadow and humming a song.
Okay. Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Let's do this, I guess.
Nice. Yeah. You have this strong temptation and to lose yourself in the shadows of this labyrinth, and you don't know if it's because the shadows are stronger this deep down or if it's because it's a nightmare. But yeah, it's more difficult than when you rest most of the time. But yeah, you're able to resist just fine.
All right.
So when we arrive, I would like to look to the shadow one, the one that was saying he dislikes water kind.
No, I dislike arrogant people.
Your friend, ambassador, whatever you would like to call him, is mostly clean. His fear is the fear of being replaced.
Are you sure?
I feel his fear is about not being able to help
Possibly.
when people rely on him.
That is a possibility, but the thing was, when you answered his question, you replaced him.
But we didn't know if that was what he was afraid of.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like he was afraid of being asked by people all the time.
Stupid
Doesn't matter
question.
what, and doesn't knowing answers. That's his fear, right? That's what I thought.
I think so.
If
Well,
that
maybe
means
you-
if
I mean,
fear of
you-
not being able to help might be a step too far, but I could see that also.
I mean, I think, yeah, Lux has a point. I mean, this is a nightmare, and we are not actually part of that nightmare. And Whisper interfered, as you said he did. So, yes, at that point, the interference happened. Everything after
Is derailed.
wouldn't be part of the nightmare, actually.
Yeah.
No,
If
it would
you-
be. Noma warned you. She said that
Yes,
they will,
it would. it
the,
would-
they will remember
Yes.
you having been in nightmare when they have this
Yes.
nightmare.
Yes, that's not what I mean. I mean, as if you interfere, that's not at that point. That's not the normal nightmare he would have if he would not be there.
I have a theory, so to speak. What if we're both wrong? Unlike
And-
when we did theory test with the safest nightmare of them all at first. We changed it to a point, which we gave validation to the Water Queen, and when that validation was received, her nightmare was no longer a nightmare and collapsed. If we both are, that means we might both be wrong.
That's true.
I think
Well, if I'm right,
classes.
if I'm
Do we
right, then
recognize?
sorry.
Sorry, go
Whisper
ahead. Lux.
asked him something that he would be able to answer, which we didn't do. If we can answer a question with yes, then I'm wrong. And if that doesn't destroy the dream, then I'm wrong. But for now, we only know that it's not like, that just helping him out with answering some questions doesn't solve it.
I mean, the nightmare is still going. What did he do?
We didn't see.
The-
I think he kept going.
You
Yeah,
are starting to see some places kind of blur, but you didn't disturb his nightmare as much. So right now it is so it still looks to be stable. By the way, I found the date that it is today in this setting. And yeah, Indeles has been in charge of his school for 618 years. And he was he'd already been born for a little bit before that. So yeah, he's one of the oldest creatures in this setting.
Okay,
I would like to know, do we recognize the place we were in?
Go ahead and make a survival check, and I'm gonna say it's difficulty 20 because this is a very isolated place.
I mean, you said that it was the long range of the night, right?
Yes, but the labyrinth of the night is like
Okay.
very large.
No,
it's-
but the place we're at right now, we recognize it to be the labyrinth of the night,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, so here's my theory. Maybe Indeles is scared of, I don't know, his crimes catching up to him and being sent into the labyrinth.
Yeah.
That's another very probable theory.
I
No.
mean, maybe we would have found out more if you would have followed him when he went somewhere
Yeah.
I have a
doing
question.
something.
I do have a question for you all. In order for us all to be reincarnated, we would have had to have died at some point.
Right.
How do we die?
Killed.
Yeah, I
By
don't remember,
who?
unfortunately.
Someone would have had to know.
Idris?
Yeah.
Idris? That's a lie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, you do remember. You remember at the first game session, you poured the the memories into your eyes, and
Yeah, well,
and you remembered how you died.
no, I didn't remember how I died. I remembered how to say it, something that was pointed to us as an explicitly acid memory.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't believe it in itself. No,
Right now
that's
this
a genuine question.
yeah. This memory still lives inside of you, and it feels as genuine as anything else. So you wouldn't be able to state outright, "I don't remember." You'd have to say, "I don't think I remember."
Okay. So I will say, I know what acid would like us to believe, and that is that we were captured by a creature and killed. But
How
I
do you know
don't.
that?
Well, I remember.
Hmm.
I used the acid memories. I took them in me.
Indeed, you did.
So
I'm guessing not all of you did.
No, I didn't.
I also didn't.
I did not exist at that
Acid,
time.
acid corrupts. Why would I drink acid corrupted memories? I wouldn't do that.
Right.
So
I mean, there's
that
probably
choice
a
was
different
not
place.
that choice was not given to Laptis and Weiss, because it was basically like another character who came in and said, "Hey, these are some of the memories that that didn't get put into the Cathedral of Shadows, but they're acid memories, so they may be false here." And Ashram and Lux are still carrying these.
No,
with-
I didn't even accept the bio.
Oh, okay.
It
So
will not-
Lux is carrying both Ashram's and his own.
No, the Earth guy has my bio
Oh,
still.
okay. Never mind. Yeah. So yeah.
Idris.
It's gone.
Oh, no, there's a Whisperer.
yeah,
Who all was around you in your memory?
I don't remember any of them being there. Right?
Yeah.
Out of us.
You were alone, captured and being interrogated on what you thought Indoles's plan was.
So the problem is this. This memory that I got is explicitly acidic in nature, which means that it's somehow something that Acid himself would want us to believe. And the vision I had that we have to consider in accordance with this idea is thus. I was alone in a cave in the labyrinth of shadow, and I had been captured by a big corrupted Setantrian by the name of Chul and Children, who asked me about the plans of the evils. But this is a vision that was crafted by us, so it might not be true at all, or it might be only partly true.
Who says it wasn't just an original memory that was tampered, given its acidic properties, so you wouldn't believe it to be true?
True.
Lies
don't
and
know.
truth are very thin.
The thing is, we can't trust it. That's all I'm saying.
Also,
We have
that
to.
We can't
that
trust
acid,
monsters.
that acid, that might make a false memory. That very acid is right now inside you.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this when we're not stuck in the Labyrinth of Shadows? Not saying that we definitely have to talk about this Whisperer.
There is a portal right next to us. We can
Oh.
leave now.
You feel
Okay,
uncomfortable here, Lux?
I mean, I remember being here before, right?
Not in this part
I
of the
can't
labyrinth.
remember. I can't remember, right?
Not in this
Because
part of
I
the
died.
labyrinth, but you were in the. But you did go in the labyrinth when we played your
Yeah.
last incarnation.
Yeah, so I don't know, Ashram. I mean, even though I'm from the School of Light, I've been living my life inside of a very close structure most of the time, so I can handle darkness. I am carrying light in me. Beetlejuice will guide me.
Do you want me to hold your hand? Would that make you feel better?
Yes?
Here, take my hand then.
Nice. I'll take Ashram's hand.
There you go.
Okay, so now the question is, are we going back in? Or are we going out?
That's a great question.
At this stage, at this point, the corridor that Indoless had come from has vanished into nothingness, and the nothingness is starting to come towards you. If you go anywhere, there might not be a ground to walk on to get back to the portal when you come back.
Place is
Yeah.
fading.
Yeah,
This-
time to leave, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah, let's leave.
Yeah.
I leave when we're about to leave. I let out, "You are not the one truth. There are many in this world. Keep that as you may. And if anything hears it, I'll wait for a reaction, and then I will walk through the portal."
You get a small sensation of gratitude coming from an entity inside of this place, and yeah, you walk through the portal. All of you are back inside of the torture chamber with Noma kind of still swinging back and forth. And she's gonna say, "Nice trip."
Indeed.
All right.
A very fulfilling one. I might add.
I had a relaxing time.
With my parting words, something. I assume you're the shadow ambassador. Gratitude. Something felt gratitude towards me, towards my parting word.
Could you speak just a bit louder?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, some entity in there felt, and I'm assuming this is Evilus, felt gratitude towards my parting words, which means they are stressed about feeling like they are the one truth, not knowing if they are right.
Are you sure this was Indoless?
I do not know,
Hmm.
but considering what we saw, that's the best bet.
Well, let's go with that for now. And when we meet him, we can find out. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, I went and got you some flowers, and Noma like unfurls her hand, and inside you can see like a few like withered and dead flowers, and she's just gonna hand them to you and say, "Put this against your corrupted wounds." And she hands it to Lux and Ashram. And she's gonna say, "By the way,
Yeah.
many ask, if you want to go faster on your journey, I can take you a little bit faster, a little bit farther with Portal, but I must warn you, Portal only ever brings you in nasty places."
Always the same. Okay. Sometimes people offer you things, but then it always means you have to go into dangerous places.
Well, every shortcut has a price to pay.
Guess so.
Right?
Um,
You've seen
Sen-
the nightmares of the Queen of Water, and the nightmares of the evil Vizier of Shadows. Where to next?
Hey, Noma, can I ask you something?
Yes, you can.
Who is it that you thinks is the corrupted master? I mean, you know of our job, right? So you must have thought about this before you came here, giving us these those information.
Well, if I'd wanted to figure it out for myself, I'd have visited those nightmares. I didn't. You didn't see me there, right? So.
No, I did not see you there. That's true.
We
So
also
you
did
don't-
not traverse the. Go ahead.
I'm
It's
the person who's going to terrify the culprit after you're done finding out who it is. That's all I really need to be. That's my place in the world. Yours is to figure it out. But if I had to make a guess, I'd say definitely Indoless is the sketchiest of them all.
He's pretty damn sketchy, all right?
Sketchy is the word. But I must admit that seeing his fear has made me respect him more. I mean, I felt that it was a better indictment of his character than, say, the Queen of Water's dream, which felt a bit vague. At least Indolesi has got somewhat noble fear.
Indoless
like
has confidence. The queen does not.
A part of this DM, since I am proficient with nature, with the herbalism kit and the poisonous kit, can my character make
Go ahead and make.
no, an examination of those plants and like a mental note, or he makes an actual note, I guess, of it, so he can remember it if someone is cursed in this way again to prepare this.
Yep, you got it. You don't need to make a roll. If somebody is cursed in the same way again, you'll have advantage to like find a cure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright. I wonder. You're hesitating a lot every time you have to decide whose nightmare to go to next. Whose nightmare are you really afraid of understanding?
I don't remember much about any of them.
Hmm.
Therefore, I cannot determine which would be the most detrimental or
Yeah, I think at this point, if we're going to do them all, I must admit I do not care the order.
My only question is,
Same, but I am afraid of what the prince would.
I have one question out of character.
Yeah.
Is the prince alive or dead? Because we were suspicious of him too. We're supposed to be.
Yeah, the prince is
Okay.
the prince is currently alive. Yeah, like unless if they got shattered, like very recently and word hasn't spread yet, they're
Okay.
supposed to still be alive.
Okay, so back into gear now. So you said you have the ambassadors, correct?
The masters of each school. I have them right.
What of the prince?
I have the prince's nightmare as well. She waves her hand, and you're going to see the yeah, you're going to see. Hold on, where did I put the because this is this person's nightmare. This is this person's nightmare. And you're going to see the steps of the Imperial Castle appear inside of the portal.
I look to you. I look to the rest of the gang. If we were to find our true death, this might be the closest thing we can hope to find if he is related or knows of it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well,
Be careful with what we say. And
I'm actually interested in Noctis' nightmare now.
Let's
you
not
you won't.
try.
Noctis is an ambassador. You wouldn't get. Noma is not offering you to visit his nightmare. She didn't go and collect Noctises.
But the
Let's
prince
not-
is the Superman, the master of all, is he not?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
they
then
are
I
the
don't
most
understand.
they're the most powerful entity
Okay,
that
so-
is known to exist.
So she has the nightmare of the most powerful, but not of Noctis.
Well, they're not a suspect, so Noma didn't really feel the need to go and get it.
Mm.
Can never be too cautious, I agree. But again, before we say anything, let's watch it out
Right.
in
Yeah.
case we collapse the dream by interfering.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way through the portal. You're going to arrive at a pretty normal day at courts. You see lines of myriads that have come far and wide, um, lining up to the audience chamber where Prince Azilis is answering questions and things like this. When yeah, it feels very familiar to all of you. You feel as if you've been in this place, even if you might not have memories of it. And this feels like a typical day at the castle to all of you. You are going to see the protector of the school of.
I see 3 humans.
Huh?
I
What?
see 3 humans.
There are no humans.
Yes, I can see 3
Oh, yeah.
humans.
Yeah, Oh yeah, that's from a That's from an anime game. Shit.
Nice.
Like.
What is this anime you speak of? What feelings do I
Exposed.
get from this?
So, moving on.
Attached, quiet as you are.
Oh my gosh. But okay, no, but the worst part is that I deleted the images of the previous time we played Sens on this map with the others when the palace was attacked, and which just now, which means that not only those images were left, but also this entire time there had been the images of 3 humans. Oh my gosh. Well,
Nice.
this is embarrassing. Anyways,
Gotcha.
yeah, I reuse maps all the time. Sue me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to see. Okay, hold on. Give me just 1 second. Weiss is from the school of fire. It is the ambassador from the school. Fire or earth?
That will be Earth, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are going to see the other ambassador, the last. Sorry, the protector.
Protector?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to see the last protector, the one from the School of Fire, is standing guard next to Prince Azilis. It is this entity, and
Triax has a gun. Do 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 do.
and as you know, you're going to see this river that's come all of this way here to ask for resources and help to get cleaned, because it is muddied and heavily polluted by very negative feelings, and the prince is going to promise whatever they can do to help this river get cleaned up. And as it's moving back out of the audience chamber, it splashes waste in the general direction of Azilis, and you see Triax, the protector, just jumping in front of them and just getting covered in muck and disgusting feelings. That's and he's just gonna fall to the floor sobbing. Yeah. What do your characters want to do?
Well, I think we should approach. I will approach the Prinks and I will bow
Mhm.
and say, Prinks, sorry for intruding.
You're always welcome at court. It is your place is by my side when you're not on missions. What news from afar?
Well,
And
not,
you feel a little bit of tiredness in their voice.
I don't think we have much news. I think we just wanted to stay a bit and observe how the dealings at court are going.
Feel free to do so.
And I look at the other, say, we said we wouldn't interfere, right? For now.
For now.
I mean, do what
That
you
is
want.
correct.
Do what you want. I don't care.
Great. So, I would like everyone to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Whisperer,
Is
you
it,
still have advantage on strength saves.
Okay.
On
Oh.
all kinds of strength checks also.
By the way,
If that even matters.
okay, nice. So, couple of things I forgot about describing this room. First off, the prince is sitting on a small throne, and there's a much larger throne right next to them. That is empty. Also, on top of this, there is a large painting that follows the prince around a lot. That is just like in the background of a lot of the scenes where you're going to see the prince. And it's this gigantic painting that is supposed to represent what Sitantra, the god, looked like. I gotta find where the hell did I put that image?
Which remind me, Satandra is the prince's father.
Yeah,
That's the
Grandfather.
link.
yeah,
I think.
that is correct.
Father or grandfather,
Oh,
it's one
yeah,
of the two.
Here we go. So this is what this is the painting of Sitantra the god. So yeah, it's just in the background. It's exuding sentiments of pride and beauty. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whisper and Weiss. Both of you are going to notice something is missing. They unlike the protectors that are sent to go and do stuff, there's one character who is to stay around the prince for their safekeeping, because they're known to be trustworthy. It's a character known as Savannah. It's another Sitantra, and he and another Sitantra were the ones who found the prince after they'd been lost for like thousands of years. And the fact that they could not be an agent of acid, because they brought the prince back to like the rest of the civilization of Myriad. So they're one of the most trusted people at court. I think Savannah is from the School of Light. That is correct. And yeah, nowhere to be seen.
Did you notice what I noticed, Waste?
Yeah, it would seem someone very important is missing right here.
Yeah.
Can I stealth?
Sure, go ahead and roll for stealth.
Hide behind the painting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or in front of it.
Okay, well you beat even the Prince Azaliz's passive perception. So yeah, you're stealth from everyone.
Very good.
You hide behind the painting.
He is gone.
I hide, yeah. And this is what I do, and I will whisper it to you,
Okay.
since no one can see me at all.
Would I know Savannah as well?
Yes. The intelligence saving throw was to have enough memories to notice. Oh yeah, there's somebody important missing.
Mhm.
So you know the name, just not that it's weird that they're missing.
Alright. Should we ask where they are?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Where they could be, yeah.
Want to do it?
I'd rather you do it, actually.
Intelligence saving throw, and I rolled wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Oh. That'd be a +4.
Okay, so you would also remember this. You would also have.
I just noticed that. I'm like, wait, I'm an artificer. I'm supposed to have intelligence. Why
Yeah,
is that a 0?
You realize it was like 10 minutes after everybody going, oh yeah, that's what I was missing.
Yeah, my memory. I'm just imagining my memory is fragmented beyond belief. I'm just like, oh, that's
Must
what.
be the alcohol.
Not even that.
Well, dear Pranks,
Yes.
where is Savannah right now?
I've. You haven't heard the news.
Oh boy.
It's uncertain. No, they're missing. This is very worrisome, but they just didn't show a few days back. I'm extremely worried, but I have to attend to my duties anyways.
Sorry.
To get a timeline, Prince, and I bow. Sorry about my current appearance. I may look very different. Just what, like, wings out, tail around, just like.
It is always a nice sight to cross eyes with yours.
I would like to get a reference point. How long has issues been running among the court? One with the seemingly the river and their disappearance.
So you're asking like when like in relation to the river coming
No,
here today, or
in reference to their disappearance, what issues have been popping up recently or reported recently that have been popping up since or around the time frame of their disappearance?
Okay, so as you ask this question, there's kind of a shaking in this place, and you see parts of the forest at the that covers the entire edge of the volcano in which you're currently in which the palace and the city sits, starts to disappear. The dream is starting to become a little bit more unstable. The prince like tries to remember and say, I'm sorry, I'm very distracted. What have I been doing the past few days? there's always issues of there's constantly issues of people asking for leadership or guidance towards the ultimate sentiments. Those are the usual ones. There's talk of those asteroids coming, and like the dream shakes a little bit more. Basically, like you like they're realizing they're that this might be a dream because they're supposed to be on their way to Mirror right now, not inside of the palace.
So I'm talking to all the others and not to the prince. So does this mean that the prince's worst nightmare is literally just Savannah disappearing?
Didn't something just happen with Triax?
I take a step away. There's a difference. One's a caregiver.
Yes, something did happen with Triax. Triax got dirty and sad.
One of them.
Right.
It's a typical thing at the court. Don't worry, I'm gonna do my best to fuck up Triax's life.
Okay.
I just looked to him. One could have been a close bond, almost that of a father.
Yeah, but
Or
that's
a parental figure. If someone disappears of that magnitude, would you not fear it? That security that you've always had is now gone.
oh, understand me, I would. I'm just saying this dream, this version of a nightmare of a disappearance of someone is surprisingly tame. I mean, it's just daily life without the person. I mean, I get it. It's horrifying, but I'm just surprised that this is the nightmare that the shadows wanted the prince to see.
I'm not quite surprised, actually. Maybe they hate their lies.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you are of his stature, what is there much to fear?
Does it surprise us? I mean, as protectors, we might have a bit of memories from the palace. Does that surprise us that, well, is there a particularly important link, apart from the fact that he rescued the prince between the prince and Savannah?
From what you know, he's a bodyguard, so he sticks around the prince a lot of the time. You're unclear of the details of their relationship, but that's probably because you don't have all of your memories right now.
And there was no news that Savannah was dead in real life so far.
You would probably have been informed if this person is like this person being the main bodyguard of Prince Azilis with the other companion Pulsar that discovered the prince. You'd be getting called back to serve as bodyguards until somebody else was appointed, so you would know if he had actually disappeared.
Okay. Interesting.
So that's the saddest story ever.
Yeah.
Like, they're in love with their bodyguard, and the only thing that could be worse than not being able to tell anyone would be that if they're gone.
That's kind of bumming me out.
I mean, like, it could have been the destruction of their whole kingdom.
Yeah, and it's
But
not.
instead of that, it's them just not being able to be Savannah.
Feelings and bonds have a very strong impact on a person. We
Yep.
wouldn't be who we are today without them.
True.
And the experiences that lead us to them.
By the way,
Read a lot of books about
this
that.
is what Savannah looks like.
Then I think Whisperer will turn to the prince, and as he sort of seems to be thinking about the fact that maybe this is a dream, Whisperer will just calmly say, "Well, yes, Prince. The Titans are coming. You're on your way to Mera right now. You're not really here."
That's good. Thank you. Everybody's been seeming to avoid the subject. It's nice to have someone acknowledge that Savannah's gone.
Well, sorry, Prince, but I can assure you it's only a dream.
Okay, then the most of the city disappears. All that's left right now is the palace. Like the yeah, you confirming that it's a dream is kind of like making a lot of it disappear. You're not gonna have much more time in this place.
We will see you.
I believe we should go.
Yeah, we will see you when we all meet again. Rest well.
All of your characters leave.
Yeah.
And you come back to the torture chamber.
Wow, this was the most depressing yet.
Oh
Yet.
well. I am
Well,
sure
no.
the next time he dreams that nightmare, it will be
What did
much
you-
more entertaining.
Depressing, huh? Did you see the death of our world? The destruction of everything that you hold dear?
I saw
Yeah,
Romeo
much
and
worse.
Juliet. I saw Romeo and Juliet.
Just some banal, run of the mill pain. And that's much more depressing than the world going up in flames, if you ask me.
We saw someone get caught. We saw someone start crying. That was fun.
Oh yeah, but that's Triax. Triax does that.
Yeah.
He
Fuck that.
I
deserves
don't
it.
remember much about him. Why did he deserve that?
Well, I just remember that when Triax is there, something is going to go wrong at his expense. That's the only thing I remember about Triax.
Slight timeout for me to explain all of this. I classes I classes personally met Triax. He came into my home, asked a lot of very rude questions, messed the whole place up. So I decided to make him a character in my story and to fuck up his life as a revenge. So yeah, that's why it always.
That's mean.
Yes.
Yeah, but you
Yes.
don't know what the fuck
Yes.
Triax is doing, man.
Don't fuck with me. I will put you in in my tabletop game stories, and I will fuck up your life. Anyways, back to
People
the
thought
story.
I was petty. Damn.
Anyways, back to the story, folks. Noma says, "All right. Suspicions. Anyone? Do you want to visit any other place?"
We've hit dark. We've hit dark, water, and the prince so far.
Yeah.
It leaves light, fire, earth, wind, and I think is that it?
I think we should leave Earth, Wind, and Fire for the last bit. Because I like that combination.
So you need to go to light.
Light.
Next. All right.
We don't need to go to Headmaster. Yes,
The sun!
I'm totally sure that he didn't lie. I cannot
Wait.
imagine that. That's just that just makes no sense.
What just happened?
Maybe the
Are
worst
you all
fear
of a
is
sudden
everybody is stupid.
Oh
Huh?
god.
What do you think? Do you think he would do it? Come on, he's the master of the School of Light. He wouldn't lie.
Right.
Anyone can lie in this day and age.
Everyone is suspect. Even
what?
you.
Noma waves her hand, and the portal glistens, and you see this red fiery glow emerging from the other side. Not the colors you would associate with the person at the head of the School of Light, but yeah, you are unable to
It's
make
the
any
sun.
other details of that scene.
Well, Lux, especially because you said that, I am now extra suspicious of the headmaster of life.
Lux, I think you're coming with us. I pick him up, ready for a
Yeah.
flyby.
I guess we can go.
So, Lux, you arrive in a very familiar place. This is the library. This is.
Oh.
You were a chair here for decades. This is where all of the knowledge that has been validated and assured to be true by the Council of Light is stored, and it is on fire.
Oh no! Guys, I know where to get out, but we have to catch some friends of mine are over there. And I just run to down the corridor.
Okay, so yeah, Lux, you get taken into the reality of this dream. Just
Oh no.
let me describe the rest of the scene real quick for everyone else, so that everyone can decide what they're going to do. They on this very large plaza that is right in front of the library, all of you are able to see Deus like just gazing upon the city of Mirror that is also in flames. And as the armies of the School of Fire are tearing through it and ravaging it, you're in fact going to spot General Brazier like standing at the top of the library and pissing lava on top. No, they don't have. Anyways, just yeah, just laughing maniacally as the books are being burnt inside. Also, yeah, Lux, as you start to run towards this, you're going to be interrupted by a dragon of medium size. It's about as big as you, but it drops in front of you, blocks your path to the library, and starts to hiss at you. It's over for the School of Light. Roll an initiative, everyone.
Oh shit.
God.
What? Who? What is that?
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
A dragon.
Yeah.
It's a
If you
dragon.
want to zoom in on the image, this is what it looks like, and you can use the what's it called?
Oh,
The
wow.
icon to zoom in. It's the glass thing icon. The detective glass.
Magnifier. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are about to enter aerial combat.
Okay, so high nitro initiative as well.
Hey, I didn't do a bad roll.
Oh,
Cheers.
don't worry, everyone else has.
Okay.
Especially with that being their initiative.
Ooh,
All right.
I think everyone has a bad roll compared to that.
Damn. Okay, I did not delete the things from the previous game, so give me just 1 second to figure it out. Ashram, did you roll a? No, you're right. That was your previous roll. Whisper, did you roll a 13? Yes. Lapis.
I have a 7.14. It's fine.
Yeah. So Lux doesn't have 11, and Weiss has this one. Ashram. Cool. And All right, cool. So yeah, I've deleted all of the ones that were from the previous thing. Okay, well, I'm the first to act. So the the worm takes like a well, it doesn't. Its mouth is only for biting. It's not for eating anything. But yeah, it's going to howl at you those feelings of rage and dedication to battle. You can see that this creature loves to fight and is basically trying to contaminate you with that irresistible fiery urge to fight, and that's going to materialize as a fire breath.
Ah, but you see, reaction. Absorb elements.
Damn. Okay. Lessening its effects on you. It's going to. Okay.
No,
yeah,
I have
so
fireball.
it's going to lessen it for you specifically, not for everybody else. I would
That is
like
fine.
all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Difficulty 13.
Oh, hold on, it double posted. Oh well. Dex saving there?
Oh.
Oh
That's
dear.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
So you see
Where's-
there are two types of people.
Alright.
Welcome to TPK City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Absorb element, and I can fly someone away as fast as I can.
Whisperer and Weiss, you only take half damage. It's 70.
Yes.
So give me 1 second to roll
What?
this.
Oh, 70. I had 76.
Yeah.
That's how.
No.
I heard 76 too. I'm like, what? Are we dead?
So Whisperer and Weiss, you both take 14 points of damage. Everybody else
Alright.
take 28 points of damage. Laptis, I think you, with Absorb Elements, you're gonna reduce it. You have resistance.
Oh, I also have resistance to fire because of Tiefling. Unless that
doesn't
is
stack.
taken away.
It doesn't stack. So you
It
just
doesn't
take,
stack.
Okay.
you just take half damage. You just take 14, despite failing the save throw. And
14?
after that, the dragon is going to take flight and hover higher in the air. Lux, it's your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I fall down to the ground and I'm unconscious.
Okay, you are in a state of exhaustion. Cool.
So I see the city of Mirror that I'm from on fire, and I see the library that's also my home, and so I immediately forget that this is a dream, and I start running towards it until I see the dragon, realize that we're in a dream again, and then I get burned to ash.
Yeah. So you in this state, technically, so like according to the original rules, you're not supposed to describe any action that you do.
Oh.
Other characters tell you what to do and then describe what your character does. You basically don't have a character while you're in this state. Just letting you know. Whisper, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna run next to Weiss. I'm gonna cast Heroism at level, which means that we both get 5 points at the beginning of each of our turns.
Someone is dying.
Yep. There we go.
By the way, everyone, I'm placing the portal down so that everyone knows where the exit from this fight is.
And can I use? Okay, how much movement did I use? Can I use the rest of my movement to go next to the portal?
To go next to the portal?
Go
Yep.
back to the portal.
Yep. you got
Okay.
it.
I think we need to save Lux and get the heck out.
I got it. I got you. I have the best probably movement here because I can fly.
Nice.
Weiss, it's your turn. You get 5 temporary HP from heroism, and you're unaffected by fear. What do you do?
Yeah. Why would I fear anything? Is Lux close enough that I could use healing word on them?
Healing word is touch based.
Nope, that is cure wounds.
Okay, yeah. Of course, he's definitely within reach. He didn't make it very far before he got into his crisp.
Alright, I would like to use my bonus action to cast a healing word then.
Alright. Lux, you're back on the initiative board.
I think it's 1d4 plus
Plus your spellcasting.
3.
Healing word is 1d4 plus your spellcasting. Yes, I have it.
Yeah, it's 6. It's
So,
6.
yeah,
Nice.
Lux, you have 66 HP. Congratulations.
I would use how far away is Lux?
I'm not gonna lie. I kept the number of feet from of this to calculate the breadth of this dragon because it's supposed to be a small dragon. So yeah,
Okay.
we're just gonna keep counting this as feet. In this stream, everybody's able to move super duper fast.
Right.
So yeah,
I can do
you
that's
are
things.
5 feet away from the portal.
I can scout. I can scout out the area and hide and dive bomb and fly like a motherfucker. If you guys need me to scout the area of this nightmare.
Yeah, I would like to use Radiant Soul to be able to fly. Yeah,
Are we-
I will
are we
fly
at-
towards. What?
My question is: are we going to aggro the dragon, or what's the plan? Are we trying to run?
Nah, we are running. Yeah, I will fly in the direction of Lux and try to pick, to dragon the best that I can towards the portal. I don't know how far I can go in either direction.
So your movement is halved when you're carrying a Lux.
Yeah.
I can help.
So that would be a total. How much feet of movement do you have?
Flying 30.
30. Yeah. You're able. I just need you to make an athletics check to carry him. But yeah, you have enough. Movement that you can just exit with him if you pass the difficulty. You pass. You're able to take him out of the nightmare.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, the two of you are now gone from this realm. Ashram, it is your turn.
He's down.
Oh, Ashram is down? Alright.
That is a problem.
I got him.
Also still hidden.
Alright.
Also,
Yeah.
what did you say?
No one can see him actually. And
He's still
down.
hidden.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
There,
23.
yeah, there isn't any place to hide in this entire plaza. So when you fall unconscious, they see you. They know where you are.
Yeah, but I'm not unconscious.
Wait,
Oh.
are you at 0 HP?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in a state of exhaustion,
Yeah.
and they can see you.
Yeah.
All right. So Laptis, it's your turn.
My question to the rest of the guys: do you guys want me to scout out and trying to figure out and see if the big guy fights the dragon and see get like a reference point of what's going on before I return? If you guys can get out.
I think it's going to take me a little bit of time to get out. So, I don't know.
I can just
Also,
fly over that wall real quick and just get out now.
I mean, it's my turn. What am I doing, DM? You said you tell. We cannot do. You tell what we do. What
Yeah.
do I do?
So it's nobody's given commands to you in the state of exhaustion. So right now you
We can have them get out.
nothing.
Oh,
We
we
can have
could.
them get out, but like I just want to figure out what do you guys want me to do because I can scout.
I think we need to leave as
Yeah,
fast as
I don't have a duration on my wing, so I can just grab him and go if you need me to, or I can grab you and go.
Can you try and instruct him to leave? See if he does it on his own, and if he does it on his own, you catch me.
Run towards the portal.
Okay,
Run towards the portal.
Yeah, Ashram
That's all right.
starts to run towards the portal. The command doesn't stop when he reaches the portal, so he's going to pass through it.
So everyone can command people, doesn't matter who put them down.
Yep.
So he ran through
And-
the
and-
portal
and-
and out the other side.
And everyone can choose to shatter you. Like if somebody doesn't like you, when you hit 0 HP, they can decide to kill you. But
Yeah, that I know.
you're able to
But
pass through the
I
portal
didn't know
safely.
anyone can command. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's until you recover, until anybody heals you.
No, I mean, I thought only the guy who put me to 0 HP can command me, but apparently
Nope.
everyone can.
Nope.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. So I can get both me and you out now if you would like, Whisperer.
Yeah, he's
Is Ashram out?
Yeah.
Is Ashram out of the dream?
Ashram is out. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, catch me.
Cool.
Hold
You
my
jump, I grab you, and just fly straight. We're not even flying at regular speed. We're bullet dropping through that wall, through that portal.
Yeah.
I am scorched, and I have burn marks on my wings and everything in between.
Okay. For the cinematic aspect of it, we're gonna say that the dragon prepares itself for another breath, and the portal just closes as the two of you exit out of it. Noma is going to say, "Well, you were gone for a very short amount of time this time. This time."
I'm imagining. I'm imagining that I have literally the fire that I've stored up exploding from my fucking wings like jet thrusters.
I would like to touch Ashram and cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right.
That's very nice.
I have 2 more level 1 spell slots. I could cast Healing Word, but I don't know if we're going to need that later. And I am
Yeah.
very hurt right now.
Escape.
Oh, me too.
I'm also a little bit. Hey guys, how about we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe we are all very hurt right now.
Yeah.
Noma, do you have an issue with us staying for a while?
As long as you don't mind being behind bars.
Nope.
You were
But
not.
You're asking this every time.
you're free to join me out here. She's gonna gesture for you to come into her cage.
I have no
Ashram, do
problem
you
with
know what
that.
she means with that? With this whole metaphor of the inside and the outside of the cage being, and you can just reverse it. Like, do you know where this is coming from? Is she hinting at something?
She's not saying that you can reverse it. She's saying that she's on the outside and we're on the inside.
Yeah, but I thought that's the whole shtick, like the spiel.
Perspective.
That she's.
Ashram knows that Noma is very weird. This is typical for her, but it's always different things.
Hmm.
Well, Ashram would reply to Lux, I think. Lux asked? Who asked?
Yeah, looks.
Okay, yeah. He would shrug and he would say, if she wanted to harm us, we would know. So,
Yeah, Masters of Shadow have that trait. When they
so
want
yeah,
you to be dead,
Ashram takes the offer, steps into the cage and rests.
Alright. So, as all of you, well, you can't rest in the cage. You need to have at least dim light in order to get short rest. So, Noma is going to direct all of you to shadow chambers inside of Bastion, and and I think this would be a good point to end today's game because we've been playing 4 hours.
Yeah.
Excellent game. This was very fun. Like, I love that we're all kind of embracing the poetic stuff of this setting. I like that everyone is really is just cool with visiting future nightmares that people haven't had yet, and just that's the sort of stuff that's we can do in this game, and it's
My question is, when they have these nightmares now, will we be there when these nightmares go through?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to trip people up so badly, man. I know. No, like I know that feeling because I've had fragmented future sight, so I see things that are like I hear and like have conversations with people that I haven't met yet, and then I have these conversations. But the real issue is when I have those dreams, and then I have that dream inside of a dream, and then it happens. So I gets into a loop where I'm like, is this really real? Am I awake? Am I not having another dream?
I know the prince. The prince is going to have very special nightmares in the future.
Yeah, I saw what you messaged me, Solomon. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Woohoo.
I mean, I can tell you OOC what he did when he was hidden in the prince's dream. He released the acid frog.
Oh.
You!
inside of the prince's nightmare.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible person.
I know I'm new. Hold up. I know I'm neutral evil, and I don't care about lying straight to y'all's face. But damn!
Well, you do care about lying to people's
Yeah,
faces
you
because you
can't
can't
lie.
right now. You
Yeah.
need to corrupt yourself with acid before you're able to.
I can lie.
Which we know now.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, this is all going
Well-
to be very interesting. I'm super excited.
You do not know what I can lie about.
Hold up.
Which is really interesting.
Hold up.
Mm.
The thing about lies is, if I convince myself it is the truth, it is not a lie.
That's true.
So if I warp my perspective enough, which I do,
Yeah.
just naturally,
Yeah. I assume that's what
That we're gonna have
the vizier is doing. I'm like, he's so he's the sketchy dude, but he's alive for 600 years. He this so with the not being able
You
to
have-
lie kind of thing. Kind of guess that
you
he's
have to fucking,
Yeah.
you have to, yeah, no, he knows the loopholes to it.
Yeah.
Laptis does too. Laptis ain't his name.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He kind of reminds me from of a character from a book by Brandon Sanderson.
Ooh, I love Brandon Sanderson.
You know the way in the Way of Kings. There's this
No,
politician.
It's one of the ones I haven't read.
It's so I'm not going to tell you the twist of one of the characters, but there's one particular character, let's say, that doesn't have his full memory because he did a very, very fucking clever thing. And there's a thing of he wakes up in the morning with varying intelligence, and one day he wakes up and he's the most intelligent person in the world, and he writes a book of instructions and he ciphers it so only he can read it back when he is very, very intelligent. But the thing is, he never wakes up again to be this intelligent. So each day, on the days that he wakes up quite intelligent, he spends his time deciphering the master plan that he made himself. It's a crazy.
That's great. That's great.
That is that now all you have to do is find where Indoless wrote his plan.
Yeah.
But the Whisperer, to give you guys an idea, technically, so it's his new name is how I would put it. When he was changed, he adopted a new name. He became a new name.
Yeah,
and that's the whole concept.
That is a thing that happens when you when one element is added to characters. Their names will sometimes evolve. Not every time. Sometimes like characters will just keep the name that they had previously. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the recording now. I look forward to our next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, YouTube.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.